like Banksy and Picasso. Oh, and you don't need to be a billionaire either. Schedule a call with Masterworks Advisors by going to masterworks.com/cake. That's masterworks.com/cake. This advertisement relates to the provision of advisory services by Masterworks Advisors, LLC, and is not intended to offer or solicit investment in any securities. Masterworks Advisors is affiliated with Masterworks.
See this garage door? I gotta be honest with you. It's ugly. I mean, successful, attractive homeowner like you, it's time to move on. This is not the garage door your parents thought you'd spend the rest of your life with. And that ain't true with everything in life, don't get me wrong. I mean, honey, if you're listening, you can't divorce me just because I'm no longer the handsome stud you married. But your garage door? The neighbors all think you can totally do better. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Let us show you how many sexy new alternatives there are. Just waiting for someone like you. You swipe right on a beautiful new design, we install everything in a lovely ceremony, and you and your new garage door live happily ever after. For better, not worse. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come make it right. Maybe I should pick up some flowers on the way home.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
An earlier accident with hazmat activity continues to block the eastbound lane of I-4 approaching Cayley Street. It's stop and go on eastbound I-4 beyond Osceola Parkway. There's an accident blocking the right lane of northbound 429 south of West Road. This report sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment. Summit Racing has the parts you need to keep your truck rolling right. From custom grills to tonneau covers and everything in between. Shop summitracing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 4/14/24. I'm Ron Hersey. That's traffic on Florida Man Radio.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
FPL is looking at other ways to produce energy that down the line will reduce my bill.
My name is Amy. I've been with FPL over 6 years. There are so many initiatives to continue to deliver clean, reliable, and safe energy to our customers.
Learn more at FPL.com.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
You been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Oh, wow! What's today?
Today is Little Red Wagon Day.
When you were little, you had a little red wagon.
I wrapped my little red wagon around a tree.
I got a real red wagon.
My red wagon?
Redder! TGIF, am I right or what?
TGIF, it's Wednesday.
I know, that's what makes it funny.
You're drunk.
Happy National Little Red Wagon Day.
Showtime.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're just like, you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Jimmy.
We haven't had to pull it for quite a while, so we got to lube it up.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Yeah, yippee-yi-yay, everybody. What is up? It is a Wednesday. If you're not ready or not sure what day it is, I will be the first to tell you it is Wednesday. Hope you listened to Rover and his crew and got you out of the gate fast and hard. Speaking of fast and hard, we'll talk about the Florida Derby. Some horses that we hope come in for us on Saturday with the madness. We got Rockville tickets for you today at 11:45. Who doesn't want to go see Rockville? Every day you get a giveaway on Real Radio. Always appreciate you guys tuning in. If you know anybody in New Jersey, we'll get into that. I would text them or call them today because the Mega Millions, what? It was hit. And New Jersey, one winner. Wow, Powerball tonight. If you want to get involved in the show, you can call us at 877-927-6969. Text us at Real Radio 47142. Or you can email Jimmy at realradio921.com. Jimmy, good morning.
Hello and good morning. Happy hump day.
And hello, Francis.
Hi, what's
What's going on?
What's going on? What is happening? Hope you guys are having a good day. Get ready for 4 hours of entertainment, fun, and a lot of stuff that does not make sense.
Yeah, and hey, Franny. Franny, what's going on?
What's up?
Calm down, Franny.
Calm down, Franny.
I don't know if I
Too
can be
excited.
I don't know if I can be any more calm right now.
Yeah, you are very confident.
I'm
Very
not feeling super hot. That's all.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Well, I appreciate you coming in.
Well, yeah.
How was Kravitz Center last night?
It was good. It was a nice show.
Yeah?
Yeah. We went and saw 6, and they're very nice to reach out and send invites and stuff. And so I went out there, and I actually dragged myself because I committed to go, and I had to miss a show a couple weeks ago because of personal reasons. So I went, and I'm glad I did because it was very entertaining. And if you're not familiar with the show, it's a newer show.
Mm-hmm.
But I mentioned yesterday, like it's won 23 awards, including 2022 Tony Award for Best Original Score. So it's about Henry VIII's 6 wives.
Yeah, they all got whacked.
Yeah, well, not all of them.
Oh, no?
Not all of them. I think 1 divorced, right? 2 beheaded. 1 died natural causes. 1 made it.
Wow.
Yeah, because she was the last one. And I don't know where else I'm at. So I know it's divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived.
Wow.
How
In
about
that order.
huh?
Yes, I think it is in that order.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Odd, even. Wow.
So it's just some, but it's like a concert. It wasn't necessarily, yes, you had the acting in the play, but it was these 5 girls, and they were dressed in really cool costumes. Like they made them look like it was from that era, but pumped it up to the 2000s.
Oh, all right. So a little
yeah, it's
modern
like modern
touch
futuristic.
to it.
Yeah, like
That's cool.
really cool, sexy.
I like that.
And the girls were all cute and very, very, very talented. And behind them, they had a female band, bass player, drummer, whatever. So it was like a band set behind them.
Oh, really?
And,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. That's kind of that's different.
It was cool.
To say the least.
So each girl, each one of his wives, told their story because they were in a competition to see which one was the best wife, or which one had more of the sob story too. Right?
There's always a competition.
It
isn't
was. It was.
Even in this.
So there's a twist at the end but it was good. I
Spoiler.
recommend it.
La,
Yeah.
la, la.
I'm not going to tell you the twist, but if you do enjoy musicals, I can't take my husband to any of these because he does not. But this is one that I think men and women would like because it's just fun, and the music's upbeat, and they take music and make it modern, so it's not.
And the positivity of being married.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
That's what it's about.
It's so positive. He did it so many times.
He loved marriage so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't realize, like, he took, and it was a thing. I mean, we all know the story and maybe learned it in school, but I don't know if I retained it. But, I mean, he was going through England so much, the women there, he had to have women from Spain, from Germany, shipped in, from France.
Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey. How'd you know?
Jersey is
How'd you
popular
know?
today.
Yeah.
Jersey's probably getting more notoriety today than any day in the last probably 10 years because somebody hit the Mega Millions last night.
Yes, crazy, 1.3 billion.
And talk about keeping secrecy. We don't even know what town it's from or anything yet. They've been holding on to that.
I'm sure we will probably
Now, it was
by the end
last
of the
night,
day.
right? Obviously?
Yeah.
They just found out. Does it usually take them about, a day or so where they figure out where it's from?
Anytime
it's less than a day.
Usually, like they'll have whatever town it is and whatever store it was, like a 7-Eleven or a gas station or something like that. So I was a little surprised by that, right? Obviously, the person that won, they're going to try to remain anonymous right now.
Is Jersey one of those states where they?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
They
sure.
make you come and say your name?
I'm
not sure.
I don't know.
So you got to
That's
call
what I'm
everybody you know in Jersey today and just say good morning. That's it. Hey, good morning. What's happening? How are you?
Little something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they find out right away because they give the winning numbers if it's like all the other lotteries at 10 o'clock in the
At night.
evening.
Yeah.
And then we know by this morning, wake up and everybody knew. So it's definitely less than a day.
Well, if you know anybody from Jersey, text them.
1.13, excuse me, 1.13 billion.
I mean, if they know the state, they must know what machine it was, right?
Right.
So they can track that down real quick. Let's see. They can opt. So if they do the lump sum, it's 537.5 million in the lump sum payment. By the way, 13 other tickets won at least $1 million by matching a 5 balls. Boy, are you mad at that?
Oh, yeah.
Are you mad that you missed it by that much, or are you happy that you got $1 million?
I found
right?
the store so it's Neptune Township.
Oh, okay.
At
So
the
there's more.
ShopRite liquor store.
Okay.
Is that Monmouth County? How do you say it?
Monmouth
Monmouth
yeah.
County. That's
down the
yeah,
shore.
yep. So, Right? Is that right? I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Neptune.
Okay.
Neptune's out by
Okay.
the water. Yep. 13 other tickets won that. So and that was in. So find some friends that were also in New York, 2 in Georgia, 2 in Florida, 1 in California,
I haven't checked my ticket yet.
Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Ohio. Those are all $1 million winners.
All right. Well, it'd be nice to come home today and see if I have $1 million.
If you won, are you going to stay on the show or are you going to go home?
Million?
Well, I'm not going to know if I won today.
Oh, you won't know? I tell you how you would.
No. It's at home. Yeah, no, we got the Megan and Powerball too.
Take home 600. That enough to quit?
Oh, I'm not. Well.
Oh, yeah. She's out. Hey, I'm going to try and say yes. 600,000? Yeah.
How mad are you if you're this guy? Frank Nava, N-A-V-A, he spent $600 on lottery tickets at a 7-Eleven in Chino Hills, California. In 2016, that 7-Eleven sold a lottery ticket worth $1.6 billion. So a lot of people think it's like the lucky store to go to. Yeah. And I guess he went there.
So they spent crazy amount of money there.
He didn't win nothing. Wednesday's Powerball drawing offers an estimated $865 million jackpot. So that's tonight's drawing.
Let's do it.
Here's a fun hypothetical. So let's do it. Would you rather have a 100% chance of winning $1 million or a 75% chance of winning $100 billion or whatever number you want to make? Make it, something that's,
That's tough.
75% chance.
I mean, I know that 100%.
just
I know you get it, but
astronomical,
just
right?
those chances of having that much money is just so appetizing.
Or a 100% chance, guaranteed, you're going to win $1 million.
All day long. Give me the million.
Yep.
I'm set for life.
Yep.
With $1 million. I know that's a lot of money. God, that's a tough
Goodbye,
one.
friends.
But you're 75. Those are, even though it's not 100%, those are pretty amazing odds to have 100. How much did you say? You said 100 billion.
Well, 100 billion.
You said 100 billion. I was like, I might take my chances on 100 billion.
I don't care. Make that number whatever you want.
Yeah.
I mean, really, because the idea is, are you willing to risk
I know.
$1 million
All right.
for a 1 in or a 3 and 4
You guys
chance?
talked me off the edge. Probably I'll take the million.
Yeah, I'd take the guaranteed million 100% of the time because then you take that.
But then in your head, there's always that what if.
Yeah.
What if I could have had $100 billion?
It's very true. It's very true.
But yes, I'll take the million.
But
You're
$1 million,
right.
it's guaranteed.
I know.
Exactly.
You guys
That's
don't
the
have to
thing,
convince me
right?
anymore. I'm good.
You got someone polled over 1,500 people on Reddit as far as that is concerned. That little hypothetical there. 48% said that they would take the guaranteed money. 52 said that they would risk it and go for the $100 billion. So pretty even numbers
About
there. I mean, it's easy to say that you'd risk it, but really, I think if the opportunity
somebody
is
presented
really
the money
there
right
for you,
in front of you, and they're like, "You get this today, right now, or you get this big thing, but there's a 25% chance you don't."
No, I mean, I wouldn't even think
But
about
then you show them all that 100 billion.
because you know damn well if it was 99%, you're not even 75, 99% chance, we'd be that 1%.
Because
Right.
again,
Murphy's Law, right?
No, you're right. You're right. I am very unlucky when it comes to lottery, so I should just take the million.
Yeah, because again, there's no odds the other way. It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's a lot of times when you bet, people do that. Like they'll bet certain things, and they can say, "Well, I got a parlay, 2 in and 1 more left. I could definitely win if I go the other way and protect my money." When it's guaranteed money, you take it. Usually, I mean, everybody's different.
Sure.
Well, my initial answer was no, and then right away I was like, "What am I thinking?" I should just take the $1 million.
Even if it was 99, I agree.
I know.
Because
What was
how
I
pissed
thinking?
are you if you don't get
Yeah,
it?
you're that
Yeah.
the 1%. There's still that chance. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even if it's 99.9, it's like, it's that 1% that one time. That's all it would take.
Oh,
It'd be like, nothing.
I mean, I bet 20. There was 20 horses in the Derby, and I bet 18 and lost.
Same type of concept.
Right?
It's the same concept, right?
Going in, you're like, there's no way
Give me that
I can
million.
lose.
Yep.
18 horses. It's a full track. It's packed. They're going to hit each other. I got to have one. I sat back like this. None.
And if you're smart, you get take that 1 million and you can parlay that into something else over time.
Yeah, you put invest it, do
Invest it
different
right,
things, buy some blow pops, do whatever you want. Hang out there. 877-927-6969. If you know anybody in Jersey today, text them or call them. Don't say anything about the Mega Millions. Just say, hey, been thinking about you. How are you?
Specifically in that county, right? I mean, you guys know anybody over there?
Monmouth, I do know a couple people. The track is right there. Monmouth Racetrack. Also Monmouth College.
Okay, I wasn't asking what was there. I was asking if you know anybody who was there.
That's why I said I know people, because the track is there. That's why I know people, because they go to
everybody
track.
in the track.
That was great, though. That was great.
I'm like,
It's a great
just
setup.
people.
Well, you know what? You really got me there when you said the ShopRite liquor store. I'm like, oh, my brother, he works at ShopRite.
Really?
In Clifton, not that one, the one out in Clifton, the opposite way. But still, it's one of those triggers
ShopRite.
in your mind. ShopRite. Oh God. But,
and one person won in New Jersey. So hats off to them. Congratulations.
Lately, there has just been one winner.
Yeah,
we've heard a lot about multiple winners in the past, but I feel like the last major Mega Millions and Powerballs that were up in the billion has been one person.
I'm in Powerball tonight.
Right.
Yeah,
handful of them.
What are we at Powerball? 865? What something like that? I think it's. I don't know if it's reached 900 yet.
865 for tonight's Powerball drawing.
Yeah.
So get your tickets.
I would split it. It's fine. Maybe 4 ways. I feel like, you know what? You make a couple other people win, and you say that looking up. I would split it 3-4 ways. No problem if you guys want to do that.
Does that help?
Does that help? Is that
Does that
increase
help?
in my eyes?
I've talked to him plenty of times during the lottery. It doesn't help.
Really?
No, never does.
Does it help?
He was like, why are you talking to me now?
Well, because he's used to that. Because people go to him when they have problems. It's like anything else. It's like when people go to anybody for a situation. Why do you call me all the time? Because I don't need you all the time. I said it to people all the time when they call me. I'm like, I know you're going to call me now. I know I haven't called for a while. Well, you need something, so it's fine. So with the guy upstairs, it's okay if you just ask him every once in a while. Can I win? You can say hi to him during the week. Hey, what's happening? Stuff like that.
Speaking of asking you for tickets, have you heard anything about Formula One? You know that race is coming up.
What,
May
in
3rd,
Miami?
May 3rd through the 5th, the one that's down at Hard Rock Stadium where they
Really?
built that track
Already?
there and everything.
Yeah.
I know. I thought the same thing. We got
Like that just happened.
we got a press release today for Brightline,
Wow.
right? And they had that involved in there, and that's like, holy crap! I didn't realize that was coming up so soon.
Yep.
And that's a bucket list for me. I tell you, I'd love to go down to see that one time. But Brightline's doing a thing too where they're bringing people in, and they're gonna have shuttles over to the stadium.
Nice.
So free of charge, right? It's complimentary. So it's really nice, super idea for them to do because you can get everywhere from Orlando to Miami. People coming up together at what is that? Aventura. Is that how you say it? Aventura Station is the one that would stop at to go to the stadium, and they have train arrivals on the hour, every hour, pretty much for a lot of the days. So it's a great way to be able to get out there because that's one of the things. Brightline's great, but if you're on the east, right,
Yeah.
You gotta get over.
something like that, it's a way to get people over there. And I love the idea. That's good for
Is
them.
that on your bucket list?
Formula One?
Yes.
I wouldn't mind going down to that race. I at least want to go down to the stadium and see the track. And, even if I got like some sort of tour, of the place, I'd love to see that sometime. I've seen, some of the videos of it. It's pretty cool looking. But
I never noticed the track every time. I went down for a couple of games.
It's in the back.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe that's just why I wasn't in the vicinity of it because I haven't seen it yet. Even all the tennis courts. I'm like, where's all this stuff?
Tennis courts are on the left side.
Okay, because I was like, how am I missing this?
They're all right there, the tennis courts. But, Jimmy, I will definitely try to get you tickets for Formula One if you want to go. A good friend of mine has something to do with it. And he asked me to go.
This year, it wouldn't be a good year this year.
Okay.
But I appreciate the offer. I thank you. But just the dates, that weekend's already booked type thing.
Miami Open's going on right now over there, isn't it?
Yes.
That's at the stadium?
Yeah,
where
Jimmy
they play?
Butler was there the other day, and he missed the Heat game at night. And everybody was like, what? I thought you were sick. It is the Penthouse.
You know somebody that's related with the track?
Yes,
type of
in
thing?
Formula One.
Do you know if they do they do like a tour or something around the area?
I could ask him.
Okay, I'm curious. I'm just curious if they have something like that.
Yeah, I have a very good connection with that. He actually asked me last week if I want to go, and I said no. He goes, if you have a friend or it's a client, let me know. So I would give them to you. Okay. But if you can't go, we'll figure it out another time. I know they're trying to think about it where they might do it like Vegas, where they might do it nighttime soon.
Nighttime, right? Yeah. We read that after the Vegas one.
Because, last year one of the complaints was the heat. With a lot of people.
They did it during the day?
They do it during the day.
Oh,
This year, too.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, but they are talking about maybe changing it to nighttime so it's a little bit cooler. Last year, again, they did very well, very successful. Had a lot of, and it's a very high-end ticket. It's expensive. Yeah. No doubt about it. Formula One, though, racing is huge, and it's very expensive. It's, a lot of people from Europe fly in, different things like that, but it's done very well over here. There's no doubt about it. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday. We're going to come back with This Day in History. We're coming back with Trifecta. Franny's going to tell you what is bothering some people when they go out dating today. It's on their mind. We'll be back with so much more in the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
Something is coming back into popularity that has not been popular for a very long time.
Sean Watson.
What? How dare you? My popularity remains at an all-time high.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Join us for our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Awards, live from the Dolby Theater in Hollywood.
Monday, April 1st. Watch on Fox, starting at 8 p.m. And listen on the free iHeartRadio app.
Tesla Last is a proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Awards, a celebration of artists and the fans who got them there. The fans who make the music truly come alive through their energy and positive vibes. To the fans that make live music possible, we salute you.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
An earlier accident with hazmat activity continues to block the eastbound lane of I-4 approaching Cayley Street. It's stop and go on eastbound I-4 beyond Osceola Parkway. There's an accident blocking the right lane of northbound 429 south of West Road. This report sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment. Summit Racing has the parts you need to keep your truck rolling right. From custom grills to tonneau covers and everything in between. Shop summitracing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 4/14/24. I'm Ron Hersey. That's traffic on Florida Man Radio.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of how Cornelius Vanderbilt personally saved the nation's economy. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Hey, it's the Greek for Tito's Handmade Vodka. By this time, your bracket's not looking good. But you know what looks good? When you got a Tito's Handmade Vodka in your hand and enjoying yourself and enjoying hoops. It's Tito's for any bracket that looks bad. They'll make your bracket look like a perfect bracket that doesn't happen. But remember, Tito's Handmade Vodka makes a good night a great night. Tito's Handmade Vodka. Pick up a bottle today and make your bracket look perfect. It's Tito's, baby. Hitting those threes. Peace.
In Florida, hurricanes are a part of life. That's why over 100,000 Floridians have made StormSmart a part of theirs. Our Category 5 storm catcher screens, shutters, and high-impact windows are designed to help protect your home from hurricane winds, rain, and airborne debris. In fact, StormSmart can protect every opening in your home. If you live in Florida, extreme weather is a part of life. But for year-round storm protection, you can count on StormSmart. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
See this garage door? I gotta be honest with you. It's ugly. I mean, successful, attractive homeowner like you, it's time to move on. This is not the garage door your parents thought you'd spend the rest of your life with. And that ain't true with everything in life, don't get me wrong. I mean, honey, if you're listening, you can't divorce me just because I'm no longer the handsome stud you married. But your garage door? The neighbors all think you can totally do better. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Let us show you how many sexy new alternatives there are. Just waiting for someone like you. You swipe right on a beautiful new design, we install everything in a lovely ceremony, and you and your new garage door live happily ever after. For better, not worse. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come make it right. Maybe I should pick up some flowers on the way home.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Joint pain. It's something that can literally stop us in our tracks. At QC Kinetics, we offer a revolutionary specialized course of treatment perfected over 10 years that can eliminate your pain. Our regenerative therapies actually repair damaged tissue, restoring the joint and eliminating the pain, not masking it with drugs or risky invasive surgery. If you suffer with joint pain, arthritis, age, degeneration, or a sports injury and have been told you need knee, hip, shoulder, or back surgery, QC Kinetics offers revolutionary non-surgical solutions with actual regrowth of your own tissue with no downtime and long-lasting results. Call right now and set up your free examination with one of our highly specialized doctors at one of our 6 leading-edge clinics in Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami. Experience VIP medical care at its best. Call right now and see how you can get your first treatment free. Call 800-375-1971. That's 800-375-1971. 800-375-1971.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Hey, it's a Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach, and there's a basketball tournament on, and I can't think of a better place to watch the games and a beautiful lady, your own cheerleader. Get over to Monroe's for the big tournament. Enjoy yourself. Open at 5 a.m., 5-star menu. Whether your team's winning or losing, you're a winner. You know why? Because you're at Monroe's of Palm Beach with the hottest ladies in South Florida. And don't forget, Friday night, Fetish Fridays. It's Monroe's. It's hoops. It's a perfect evening, baby. Hit that three-pointer. Peace.
You can live out your MasterChef dreams when you find a professional on Angie to tackle your dream kitchen remodel. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Summit Racing has the parts you need to keep your truck rolling right, from custom grills to tonneau covers and everything in between. Shop summitracing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends April 14th, 2024.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we continue to move through our Wednesday morning. Temperatures warming up into the 70s. Our highs are going to be back near 85, though, this afternoon. Warm and a little muggy, and this is a few degrees above average for this time of year. Might see a shower returning late this evening with more clouds moving in as our next weather maker approaches. A cold front moves in tomorrow. We are cooler on Friday.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes.
Why are people saying "Hugh yeah" to Jackson Hewitt? When you switch to Jackson Hewitt, they will beat what you paid last year on tax prep, even if you filed online. Proof of prior year payment required when filing. New clients only at participating locations through April 7th. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Heroes in the Bible. This series tells the epic stories of tragedy and triumph of the most popular names in the Bible. Pray Radio, a spiritual haven where the most influential faith leaders and pastors across the United States converge to share their wisdom and insights. The Jesus Podcast. This comprehensive series stands as a pinnacle in Christian storytelling, meticulously unfolding the magnitude, impact, and depth of Jesus Christ. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Greeks Hardwood is sponsored by Vega Fina Cigars at Casa de Monte Cristo.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Yo, Greek, it's me, Mike Tyson. I need 2 tickets to the Formula One in Miami for me and my wife. or you're getting a knuckle sandwich. I'll pick them up before the Greek film.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I don't want to mess around Mike Tyson. Mike, you need two. I'll make it happen, baby. Man, I got two big requests I can't let down. I got to get somebody tickets for Justin Timberlake, and I can't say no to them because I like the way I walk. And Mike Tyson, I can't do it. I'm going to have to make it happen. It is The Penthouse on a Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a spectacular day. Ooh, big word for me. Jimmy's here.
Day. Hello, good morning.
Tomorrow is Holy Thursday, by the way, and then followed up by Good Friday. Franny's here.
Hi, what's up?
Tough week for me to bet, but I'm going to have to go through it. Ooh, a lot of struggles. It's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creepy Trifecta.
Francis, what day is Christmas on this year? Do you know?
On a Wednesday.
Oh, my God, you're unbelievable. Yeah, way to be. 2 NFL games, by the way. The NFL did announce, along with a big change in their kickoff policy, that the NFL will be playing 2 games on Christmas Day. No longer will the NBA own Christmas. The NFL said, move over. We're going to take some of your viewers, and there'll be 2 games on Christmas Day. Also, MLB is opening tomorrow. The Marlins are opening up against the Pirates at 4 o'clock. Pirates are a hot play on the other side. But the baseball has to handle this whole situation with Ohtani. Many people do not believe what he said, and many people think it is a cover-up. That is the word out there, that they just don't believe what happened with him, with his everything that went on with the betting, the $4.3 million that was taken out of his account. We'll see how baseball handles this, or they just turn the other cheek. I think they'll just turn the other cheek, and we won't hear anything about it. Panthers, tough night for them. They lost last night to the Bruins, 4-3. And also the Heaters, tough night for them, too. They were taking on the Warriors. Warriors were staying in Miami yesterday. I'm going to tell you, Steph Curry was leaving his hotel. All over social media, people were crowded out there waiting to see Steph. And just a glimpse of him. And he did not really surprise anybody. He had a big game last night. The Warriors ended up beating the Heaters. And that is your trifecta, first one of the day. And now over to Jimmy for this day in history.
On this day in history.
Well, I'm a little pissed because gas went up this morning, so I had to spend an extra $40 gassing up the old time machine. But we need it today because we are going all the way back to the year 47 BC. And on this day, Cleopatra, aided by her Roman lover Julius Caesar, was reinstated as co-ruler of Egypt with her brother Ptolemy the 14th. I think I'm saying that right. By the way, following a civil war with her other brother Ptolemy the 13th. Apparently it's like George Foreman naming all their kids the same, right?
Wow.
230 years ago today, in 1794, President George Washington authorized the creation of the U.S. Navy. 188 years ago today, in 1836, the first Mormon temple was dedicated in Kirtland, Ohio. Mormon fun fact, Mormons aren't allowed to drink coffee. Why? Well, because they're not allowed to have strong beverages. Matter of fact, it's so intense, they're not even allowed to call them coffee tables. They call them everyday tables.
Yeah, I had a friend who was Mormon and that I grew up with, and like soda's nothing.
Really?
Anything with caffeine in it, couldn't have.
So if you met him at Dunkin' Donuts, it'd be a cheap date.
I mean, sure, they could have a donut.
Oh, okay. But no coffee?
No coffee. Got other options.
Get a coffee. I can't. All right, perfect.
85 years ago today, in 1939, the University of Oregon won the very first NCAA championship. They beat Ohio State 46-33 to win the tournament. I hope you had the under.
Jimmy, what year was that?
That was at 1939.
Okay, thank you.
60 years ago today, 1964, the strongest earthquake in American history, measuring 9.2 on the Richter scale, slammed southern Alaska, creating a deadly tsunami. Some 131 people were killed and thousands injured. 40 years ago today, 1984, we got a couple of great albums that year. Rat released Out of the Cellar, and the Scorpions released Love at First Sting, which gave us Round and Round, Rocky Like a Hurricane, Still Loving You, and Big City Nights. 35 years ago today, in 1985, Billy D. Williams finally received a long overdue star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. By the way, remember this one? This is Billy D. Williams for Colt 45 Malt Liquor. How was that? Was that pretty good?
That wasn't bad, but I didn't. I remember until you said it.
Hey.
Billy D was cool.
Billy D. Williams. He was cool. 33 years ago today, still is. He's still alive, right?
I believe so.
Huh.
He was in Star Wars, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. 33 years ago today, in 1991, Donnie Wahlberg was arrested in Louisville, Kentucky for arson. We were just talking about this yesterday. Great how these Hollywood guys that got arrested. He allegedly poured vodka on a hotel carpet and set it on fire.
I didn't realize vodka was that flammable.
He plea bargained it down to second-degree criminal mischief. And finally,
It's just a carpet, right? That's flammable on the vodka.
26 years ago today, in 1998, the Food and Drug Administration approved Viagra. And that's what happened on March 27th in our history.
Great job, Jimmy. Thank you all the time. We do it once a show to reflect on the day we're actually in. Today is March 27th, by the way.
Viagra's birthday. And just a heads up, that's what my fun facts are going to be about.
Yeah. Really?
All right.
All
12
right.
o'clock. Got some good stuff.
And also, the end of the month is Sunday on Easter. So don't forget that, the 31st. April 1st. April Fool's is Monday. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Maybe
There's a fool.
I'm a fool every day. So, Franny, what are people concerned about when they go dating? Now?
Money. So you're the one we talk about. Yeah, they're saying the cost. Yep, the cost of dating is stressing people out. And you know, G-Man, looking for the right person, looking for love can be hard work, but the stress doesn't always end when you finally meet someone.
No.
So according to
It only
research,
begins.
right? The cost of
say.
dating is anxiety-inducing for many Americans, and they say it's only going up. So this is Self-Financial surveyed more than 1,000 U.S. adults who have been dating this past year, and about how much it cost and found. And I know, G-Man, you were way above this average. That people spend an average of about, say, $59 a date.
That's very nice.
And it's very nice. She's like, where are they going? Not places I go. With men spending more than women, about 20% more. They spend around $68. I'm just rounding up here. When women spend about $56.
Women spend $56?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Where the hell are they?
Some women are paying on these dates.
Wow. God bless them.
Yep. Over half the respondents tend to go on 1 or 2 dates a month, which is also definitely below what G-Man does, while about 42% go on 3 or more dates a month. Nearly 2/3 of them believe that spending more on dates boosts their chance of it being a success. Do you believe in that? The more money you spend, the more successful you'll be at that date?
No, I don't think so. I think, honestly, if it's chemistry, it's chemistry, no matter what you're doing. If you're with the right person, it doesn't matter. I really do believe that, as much as I kid around. But I think everybody likes nice places and to do nice things, but I don't think if you spend $800.
And I think that's what it is. I think these people, because that's a lot, 2/3, about 65% believe that spending more. And I think that they think that, right? That if they take them to those nice restaurants and do that, I mean, of course you always want to put your best foot forward, but you're trying to impress people too.
Yeah. I mean, you should take somebody where you go. I always believe that. And, this is where I eat, and I'm bringing you with me, and obviously, try to have a nice time. But I don't think if you spend
See, the only thing distracting to me could be like someone like you who goes somewhere and you know everybody, then you're going to get a lot of distractions, especially on that first date. Like, it's nice to go somewhere familiar, but not like somewhere where you're a regular or you're trying to get to know somebody, and every 5 seconds somebody's like, hey, Greek, what's up? Hey, Greek, what's up? Hey, Greek, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
But again, I'm saying take somebody place to where you're custom. Maybe that level is what I'm saying. If you're going to go way over what you normally would do, I don't know. I don't know if that's good or not. You should just be yourself and try to have a nice time. And like I said, I think it's chemistry. If you meet and you guys connect, you're going to have a good time no matter what. You know what? You can go to Starbucks and just hang out, or just maybe take a walk on the beach, or if she has a dog, walk her dog. Something like that.
So other money people spend on it's not just the date.
Why are we laughing?
Right? It's not just the date itself. People spend money on new clothes, makeup, personal grooming to look their best, which adds up too. And they say that all that money feels like a waste if the date doesn't go well. Of course, I get it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You can't look at it that way, because you got to go in hoping it's going to go well.
That's where you're going.
Yeah, I mean, your odds may not be in your favor.
a buddy of mine.
I'm glad I'm not dating.
I know.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
am
ya.
glad I'm not. It's just it's too expensive. There's too much. And the way things are nowadays, boy, it seems like you're always jumping over hurdles. I'm sure it was that way years ago, and maybe that's part of being in a relationship for so long. You kind of get that comfort level there, and you kind of like it. And I gotta admit it, I like it.
Yeah, I'm with
Well,
you.
I would agree 100%. If you have somebody that's better, I think the hardest thing today, what I hear dating with people, both sides, is that people be out with somebody, right, having dinner or whatever, coffee, and they're also on their dating sites at the same time, like getting swiped or people are trying to contact them, and that's hard because you're on a date with somebody and maybe
What? Who's doing that? Like they're on a date with somebody and they're on their phone swiping?
Well, they're seeing people like connecting with them or stuff like that, or reaching out to them or text messages.
Put your phone
Does
away,
that happen a lot?
douchebag.
Well, you should. I've heard people tell me that.
Jesus, I hope that doesn't happen a lot. Like, if you're trying to get to know somebody, you should have their undivided attention, not be on Tinder.
Well, I mean, people do things that are just not the perfect things sometimes. I mean, it's just the way
perfect.
it is.
That's douchey.
Again, another reason why I'm glad I'm not in
Me
it.
too.
Can you
Oh, I
imagine that?
would lose my mind if I was on a date and
But
some
they might
guy
not.
was on Tinder.
But they're not going to tell you that.
Yeah, but if I see him doing this, I'm going to guess.
Get a score. Get a score.
That's an idea.
Yeah, he just swipe it on his phone. I'm going to kind of guess. Be like, what are you doing over there?
Put the phone down.
Yeah.
It's never easy, like I said, at any time, like Jimmy said. But I think today it's a little bit. My buddy last night had a first date, and he was with me earlier for dinner, and he said, should I bring her flowers? He wasn't sure. I said, hey, it's not going to hurt you.
Why not?
I said, you know what? Why don't you do it? And he ended up bringing her flowers. He called me today. He said they had a nice time. She thought it was overboard. She didn't have to do it. She said, thank you so much.
It's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Just, some
Not
women are
roses.
crazy about it, but
Yeah.
it's a nice touch. So on average, it takes 7 dates before a couple considers themselves in a relationship, according to this survey. And they said in those 7 dates, they'll spend an average of about $702. Which is definitely like, obviously those dates keep on going up in price because we
they
heard
start
that
at $59.
yeah. And maybe that's it. Maybe once you realize that you really dig this person, you step up your game, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of 3/4, in fact, almost 74% of people think dating is way too expensive. Just this year, they're saying in 2024.
I agree.
And that may be the part of the reason that more than 7 in 10 people say they're more likely to match with someone who shows signs of wealth on their dating apps. So, yeah, that's 7 in 10 people. We're like, I'm going to go for the one who has money, so maybe I don't have to dish out as much.
A lot of shallow people out there.
Surprise.
Yep.
Surprise.
Yep. And when they're looking for
Surprise.
signs of wealth. And so this can be tricky because some people are very good at fooling you to looking like they have money on their apps. They say signs of wealth that stand out on dating profiles: international travel destinations like Paris or Dubai, dining at expensive restaurants, and then noticing they're wearing luxury fashion brands. That's what they look out for.
Yeah, and it could mean absolutely nothing. Somebody could be jacked up to the hills and you don't even know. And again, everything is dating websites.
Or is really good at photoshopping too.
Yeah, everything is dating websites. It's really less and less where you're meeting people through people or just yourself, just going out and bumping into somebody.
I love it. They were like, don't be fooled by those luxurious vacation photos. Their ex probably paid for the trip, somebody said.
And you ask them,
Could be.
who paid for that trip? Was that you or your ex? Yeah, dating's never easy. It sucks. I mean,
It should be fun, but I understand it can be stressful, especially if you really if you're just doing it for fun, then yes. But sometimes if you're really trying to find that one person and you're ready to settle down, I think that's when you put more stress on yourself.
Of course. I mean, I think everybody's looking for the right person. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to have somebody to share life with. I mean, I don't think that's a thing it's off the mark. But when you can't find the right person, you just say, all right, I'll just bang around, do what I got to do. 877-927-6969. What was the average? You said $59 for a first date? That's what they were saying?
Something like
men? Let us know if you think that's the average for spending on a first date, $59. And also your thoughts on it. Does the man always pay? Should you split it? Some people feel you should split it. I know, Jimmy, you feel the guy should always pay. I feel that way, too. But let us know on your thoughts. $59 is cheap. Inexpensive.
Dinner for two.
Yeah.
But listen, we always
Movies.
say you have very high-end taste, and we're talking on a national level,
Sure.
too.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Dinner for two, maybe
Drinks.
maybe something afterwards, a drink or two afterwards, something like that, or coffee afterwards. Movie, a couple movie tickets and
see
something there, and go out for coffee afterwards type thing. Yeah, it sounds about right, as far as price range.
Yeah, let us know what your thoughts are. 877-927-6969. You could also text us at Real Radio 47142. Or you can email Jimmy at realradio921.com. Those are the ways you guys can get involved in the show. Don't forget today at 11:45, you're getting a chance to win tickets to Rockville. That is going to be at 11:45 today. March Madness does continue tomorrow. It is the Sweet 16, so it'll be games Thursday and Friday, and then the Elite 8 on Saturday and Sunday. Should be very exciting. No teams from Florida are left in the Madness, but they will kick off on Thursday and Friday, and most of the games are in the evening. There's not too much in the daytime anymore. I think they all start after 6 o'clock on Thursday and Friday night. And then obviously Saturday and Sunday will be exciting, and the Florida Derby on Saturday.
And just a heads up, we talked about this yesterday, and maybe in time for your lunch plans, because I just think it's really fantastic what they're doing. Over 100 of their stores at Jersey Mike's, they do, first of all, one of the best when it comes to subs here. They really are. Over 100 locations in just across our nation. But I believe it's almost all of them, but I would call and just double check and make sure, because today is their day of giving, and every purchase you make, whether it's on their website, their app, or in-store, 100% of those proceeds go to local charities.
That's great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
they say
so
200 plus local charities. So, make sure to go get a sub and make a difference today if you're looking for some plans for lunch. Not only will you get something delicious to eat, but you're also doing good in a way.
I think that's fantastic.
Right?
I would round of applause.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jersey Mike's.
Yes.
Yeah, way to do it. Because a lot of times you see charities, it's a certain percentage, not 100%.
Mm-hmm.
It would definitely make me want to go to Jersey Mike's today, because to know that they're contributing to doing something nice. Jimmy had a story I know about a guy leaving something on the top of his roof and driving off. And have you ever done that? And yes, I have done that with groceries, no problem. I got into my car a couple times and forgot I had groceries on my road.
Anything? Was there anything you ever left on the top of your car and drove off with? The guy in Australia, though, he's in the doghouse because he left his fiance's wedding dress up there. Thing was about $2,000 too, so that was a bit of an expensive one there. So apparently they were together. Him and his to-be wife were at a storage unit, and they were picking it up, and the dress was in a box. So, but they didn't want to put it in the car first because they didn't want to stack stuff up on top of it and crush it. So he put it up on top of the roof, and then they were loaded some other things, and he just drove down the road and forgot about it. Apparently they walked down the side of the highway. So once they discovered that it was up there and they'd forgotten about it, they went back and walked around the highway and everything.
Was it okay?
They were looking for it. They still haven't found it yet.
No.
So they took to social media to put it out there, and they put some pictures up saying, "Hey, if you're in this area or anything, and if you saw it, please, we'd like it back." They even put up a $500 reward for it
So
too.
now it makes it a $2,500 dress.
Yeah.
So was both of them, Jimmy, in the car, or just him alone?
Yes, they were both in the car. So the good news is they are still getting married, and she says she's a little bit upset, obviously, but they joked that they're not getting married until like next February, so they have plenty of time to get another dress. It's not like it's last minute now. They gotta.
But for a
put something
woman,
together,
like
but
you
still.
find that perfect dress and you
that's
try
the
on
one,
so
right?
many of them, and $2,000. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate. You know what I bet's going to happen because of this? Somebody's going to offer her a dress.
I'm sure. You're probably right.
Somebody's going to offer her a dress,
I
whether
wouldn't
it's
be a bit surprised.
whether it's a boutique or just a person who would just pay for it.
And again, it was in a box. It almost looked because somewhere somehow I don't know why, but they were able. There was a picture of it. All right, there's an actual picture of their car. It was looks like an SUV type thing, and there it is sitting on top, and kind of looks like it's even more like a suitcase type thing almost. I don't know the way the box was. So hopefully it was just on the side of the road, and somebody was able to find it and they'll be able to return it.
I'm surprised they didn't hear it fall off. When it falls off the roof like a bang, you notice it. And her and him, both of them saying like, "Hey, where's my dress?"
Yeah.
Oh, man, that sucks.
But yeah, because there was security camera because they said a lot of people were looking at security cameras. They had a woman and her toddler driving up and down the road trying to help her look for it after she posted. But yeah, you can tell it's security camera footage or from like a light where you see this box on the roof of their SUV.
Maybe from the storage place, because I know they have a lot of security cameras typically at those places. So maybe that's where they were able to see it just as they were pulling out before it obviously fell off. So did you ever leave something on the roof of your car and drive off with it? I did it once. I went to go pick up a birthday cake for my girlfriend at the time.
no.
And I had some other things too, like another bag with plates and napkins and that type of thing. So I set it up on the roof of my truck. And of course I had a pickup truck that was kind of sitting a little bit high, kind of like, Matt, right? It was a little bit lifted. And so when I put everything in, I got distracted, started driving down the road. And when I got to the traffic light and I was stopped, it came down the windshield off and right in front of my truck.
Oh, wow.
Splat all over the road. And then now I got cars behind me and I'm parked. I got to go wall and got like people beeping and everything. Oh, it was a nightmare. What a mess.
Yeah,
But,
so
those
nothing
things
crazy,
happen.
like a beverage or a cup of coffee or something like that. But I have a girlfriend who had her purse on the top of her car, and I was with her. But luckily, we were backing out of parking, and they were honking her horn, so she didn't get too far. They were like, look up on your roof. Oh, crap. But yeah, I can imagine driving off and then just losing that. But
And the worst part was I had people doing the same. They were like waving to me. I was
like,
in
"Hi, what's up?"
I was in the town that I'm from. It's like I just thought people were waving at me. Nope.
what about you, G-Man? I feel like this has happened to you.
Oh, yeah, many times. Groceries, eggs, couple times, milk, just put on my trunk.
Girlfriends.
On your trunk? Like on the trunk?
No,
Not
on the
in-
top of
on
the roof. Not even paying attention. And always because of my phone. Like my phone will ring, and then I'm going to put something in there. I get distracted, then I close the door and I pull away, and it hits a couple times. And again, obviously, lobster tails I left in my trunk. That wasn't a good thing either. But yeah, not paying attention. That's what usually it is. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Rockville tickets for you coming at you at 11:45. But before all of that, we got our first batch of Florida stories. Franny, what is in the blender?
This woman said something green and fuzzy took over her vehicle, and I would freak out over it. Speaking of vehicles, we have somebody who decided to carjack an EMS vehicle. Clearly did not end up good for them. And then why did a dude have to pay nearly $1,000 to get something back that belonged to him? I will let you know when we get back in the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
Got something to say? Text us at 47142. Start your message with Real Radio. Standard data and message rates apply, and don't text while driving.
Hey, it's Rover from Real Radio, and we'd like to invite you to join us at Tanger Outlets on Saturday, April 13th for Tastings, an unlimited food, wine, and craft beer event. Get your tickets today at pbtastings.com, and you'll sample food from some of the area's best restaurants, finest wines, and great craft breweries. And your ticket lets you sample as much as you want. You can also be the first to sample with a VIP ticket that gets you in an hour before everyone else. For tickets and all the event info, head to pbtastings.com.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Looks like a crash this morning here on 95. That'll be northbound at Atlantic Avenue, blocking 2 left lanes. Make sure you stay to the right of that. Looks like slowdowns back to Linton Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousset.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of the Great Chicago Fire and the even greater Chicago recovery. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
The college basketball excitement has begun, and you could be on your way to see the championship game live on April 8th with Duffy's Sports Grill's MVP Huge March giveaway. Every visit now through March 31st will earn you an entry. The more you visit, the better your chances to win. So grab your MVP card and head over to Duffy's and enjoy their new courtside favorites. Award-winning certified Angus beef burgers and 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And remember,
at Duffy's, our game is always on.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Now. We tend not to think about now. We dream about tomorrow, relive yesterday. But right now in front of us is victory over cancer. Right now, cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to better treatments and saving lives. Victory over cancer is there for the taking by you, because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. Learn more at v.org.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Hey, it's the Greek. Not planning today can cost you tomorrow. Stop worrying and start planning at Trajan Wealth. Contact them at 561-390-1000 or go to their website, TrajanWealth.com. You have to have a plan and you have to have goals when you're figuring out your retirement. And you worked hard 5 or 6 days a week, some people 7. And when you worked out hard, you should have a reward at the end of the road. So make a plan and think about it. Because if you don't plan today, it'll cost you tomorrow. Trajan Wealth can definitely help you. 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Everybody's trying to figure out their bracket. How's it look? And remember, if your bracket goes bad, it'll just cost you this couple weeks. But if you don't have a plan for your retirement, it'll cost you in the long run. So call Trajan Wealth today. 561-390-1000. Trajan Wealth. Peace. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor paid advertisement.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Wednesday. It's a warm one with high temperatures in the mid-80s, a little above average for this time of year. We'll see more clouds returning later this evening as a cold front approaches. A couple of late showers are possible. Slightly higher rain chance tomorrow with that front passing through. Still in the 80s on Thursday, back in the 70s though on Friday.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
FPL is looking at other ways to produce energy that down the line will reduce my bill.
My name is Amy. I've been with FPL over 6 years. There are so many initiatives to continue to deliver clean, reliable, and safe energy to our customers.
Learn more at FPL.com. Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Wednesday, I believe. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio. Don't forget, Rockville tickets coming at you today at 11:45. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
And, of course, Francis is here.
Hey, what is up?
And it is time for Florida stories.
Well, you know what? If you were clearly not listening to me, let's get into something beforehand. I don't want to make them hold any longer. I have one of my girlfriends who I've known for a while, and I have not talked to her or seen her in years, and she is a fan of Real Radio. In fact, you know her, G-Man. Jimmy, I don't know if you've had the pleasure of meeting her, but she has been traveling around with somebody that people may be familiar with. This is my girlfriend, Danny, and Bam Margera are on the line. What's going on?
Mm-hmm. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, we're doing
How you
great.
doing?
What's going on? How are you guys?
Hi.
We have some signings in the Tampa Pros coming up, so we left from Philadelphia. We're driving to Florida now, and Danny is sick of this Philadelphia cold. She wants to get in her naked clothes.
Listen, living in South Florida. Hi, Greek. How are you?
I'm fine.
Do you recognize her?
Yeah, now I
the
recognize.
voice.
Yeah, I didn't know who it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hi, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hi,
I've been
Danny.
meaning to call in. We've been like, hi. I know. I love you guys. We've been meaning to call in, but I figured it would be such a good week because we're literally on our way. Bam has a bunch of signings in Miami. We'll actually be in Boynton Beach and then Margate.
Awesome.
So we'll be around, Franny, so I definitely want to see you. But I wanted to just call in and say hello. I know we've been texting, so I wanted to say hi, and he's excited to come back to Florida and not be in rehab. So that's exciting.
That's a
always a
bonus.
plus.
It's a bonus.
I'm sure you are, Bam.
How you doing, Greek? Yeah, so I think I've officially the Guinness Book of World Record of longest Florida shuffle. If anybody doesn't know what the Florida shuffle is, it means that if the interventionist knows you have good insurance, they'll find reasons to keep you there for eternity. So I had the pleasure to do $660,000 worth of treatment for 2 years at $1,300 a night at 13 different places. So I know West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, and all that very well. Deerfield Beach, Sequesta,
Delray.
The list goes on.
So let me ask you guys, how did you guys end up getting together and
Yeah,
meeting?
how'd you guys meet? What's the story?
Okay, so the Us Weekly article came out today, so that just dropped. But I don't know if you guys even know, like one day so funny, I'm passing exit 561. I literally just drove back to L.A.
Yeah.
I booked LA Fashion Week and just decided not to come back. You know, the dogs and I packed up and left. And then the strike hit, like, right when I arrived. So all of our jobs just went to you-know-what.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the Sunset Marquee to a pool party with a bunch of fake you-know-what, and I met Bam. So,
oh, wow.
You know, he's going to pick it up from here. Like, he's going to talk.
Oh, yeah, I was basically checking into the Sunset Marquee to check out. I was in 5 lawsuits, a custody battle with my kid. I haven't seen him since he's 3. He's now 6. And I was just over it. And I was like, God, if I wake up, F you. But if I do, I want you to present me the prettiest eye candy and a tan pit bull. So I woke up the next day. I'm like, man, I'm alive. Thanks a lot for nothing. So I go to the pool. I order a Bloody Mary. And I overhear this girl saying, look, I'm 43. I'm Sicilian and Irish. I was born in Jersey. And I'm like, I'm Sicilian Irish. I'm 43. And I turn around. I look at her. I'm like, then when I start talking to her, I'm like, so what do you do? She's like, I'm a stretch coach and a Florida bikini, whatever. And then I was like, stretch coach, that's exactly what I need. And then when we talked for like an hour, she's like, do you mind if we go walk my dog? I'm like, what kind of dog do you have? Because I really wanted a tan pit bull because I lost one named Penny. And she's like, it's a tan pit bull. I'm like, thank you, God. You're
wow.
Wow.
We've been together ever since for 8 months straight now. She stretched my legs back to health. The doctor in 2013 said that they were like dry rotted rubber bands from alcohol abuse, and good luck trying to skateboard. She's like, don't listen to him. And now I'm skating better than I ever have.
Great.
I do. I follow you on social, and you look fantastic, and you're skating great, and it looks like that you guys have a really great relationship, and she's keeping you in line, which I love.
Yeah. Well, you know, they can't mess around. I told him the one day from Sunset Marquee, I'm like, listen, I only drink a little rosé these days, and you're a hot mess. So we need to, like, not be in L.A. this way. So we ended up just, like, going back to the Ziggy Hotel. I mean, when the strike hit, L.A., like, didn't know what to do. So it kind of was like a pandemic all over again, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sure.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, give us some details so people can go check out BAM for the signing. What do you guys and what exactly is the signing for? Where are you going to be at, especially the South Florida locations?
Yeah, I love you. Definitely want to see you. And we have a couple days off, too. I know it's Easter Sunday, but Friday, we're going to be in Boynton Beach at the Famous Faces and Funnies 2. It's a Comic-Con toy shop in Boynton Beach. And then Saturday, we head down to Miami. There's a Plasticon Expo, which I'm super curious to see what that means. Plastic in Miami.
Yeah, interesting.
That goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Plasticon that's Saturday. It's an expo. That'll be at the Lincoln Spirit Brewing Company from 12 to 3. And then we shoot right back up to Margate at the Flynn's Arcade, Saturday, that's the 30th, and that'll be from 6 to 9. So we're around, and then Sunday I know is Easter, but we're around for a couple of days, and then we shoot over to Tampa for Spookala and the Tampa Pro.
Yeah, whoever wins the Tampa Pro Skate Contest, the first 5 go to the Olympics. So it's a really big deal. Like the Tampa contest is probably the biggest skate contest there is, and also on these signings, I have very limited edition skate decks done by random artists that just send in graphics, and they're from all over the world. So we have 50 skateboards and 10 artists in it. So
very cool.
The color of the signing, like the signing, they can bring decks. A lot of BAM fans have like pet decks and old school Jackass, memorabilia, and anything they want to bring, BAM will sign. They get photos with BAM, and I just help keep people having a good time.
I love it. If you're just tuning in, we're on the phone with Bam Margera and my girl Danny, and they're going to be here in South Florida. So maybe just send me something and I can put it out there so we can let people know exactly where the signings are going to be. I know you just said it, but just as a reminder, because you'll be here later this week.
Yeah, and I definitely want to either stop by, see you, or whatever you have. I know you're busy, but let's try to make some time. We'll be there for like 5 days.
I would love it.
All right, great hearing from you guys.
Yeah,
you can call anytime. And, if you're ever in the neighborhood and you want to stop in the studio, stop in and bring us some pizza.
Yeah, love to meet you.
Yeah,
love to stop at the studio.
Yeah, we'll stop in.
She loves pizza.
She's all excited driving to Florida. She's singing to herself, "It's getting hot here, so take off your naked clothes."
Oh, yeah, she's a bikini model. That's what she's used to being in. So.
Yeah.
Before you hang up, when you live in South Florida for 15-plus years, like, we don't wear many clothes. I've never had so many jackets in my life.
I'm
so
sure.
I'm ready to de-robe. Yeah, it's time.
Well, I can't wait to see you guys. Good luck on all of those signings. And, send me some info, and we'll get it out there for everybody.
Safe travels.
Okay, babe. All right, love you guys.
All right, guys.
Stay out of
Thanks
trouble.
for calling in.
Cool.
Take care, Danny.
It is the Penthouse with a couple special guests.
Yeah, that was actually a surprise phone call.
Yeah, fans of Franny and Friends. So I didn't hear you when I walked in the studio, obviously, when you said that.
I know. I looked at him and was like, let's do it before Florida stories. And he was like, Franny's got some Florida stories. I was like, great, clearly we didn't.
A few minutes later.
I wish I would have been on air.
Who's on hold? What are we doing? What's going on?
You're funny.
Well, I don't, Florida stories are top priority. So
yes.
I mean, come on.
Then we can do those now.
Okay.
Who's on hold?
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
So this sucks. This guy, the tortoises are quite popular these days. I'm starting to realize I know so many people who have tortoises as pets. I just, I prefer my pets with fur on them. But this guy has an 18-year-old tortoise, and it's a pretty big tortoise. And so Merrick Whistlin said that he came home from his job, and he's a charter boat fishing captain, to find his beloved 18-year-old African sulcata tortoise named Shelby. Shelby was missing. So he said he started posting signs around his neighborhood and calling the SPCA, animal control, and everybody to see if they took his tortoise, checking social media for posts, for info on anything. And he was like, he believes that his tortoise broke out of her enclosure and through the fence in his backyard.
So this is a pretty big...
Yeah, it's pretty decent size. I saw a picture of it. Pretty decent size. So a few weeks later, he says that a neighbor reached out and said that this wildlife place may possibly have his tortoise.
Right.
So he believed it was picked up close to his home. So, of course, he was ecstatic to know that it was safe. And he went over there. And the operator of Wildlife Rescue and Rehabilitation described Shelby and her unique shell markings. It was like, yes, yes, yes. And then they were like, and they were like, well, we have her. So the first thing out of their mouth was, it's going to cost you a lot of money. And he was like, what? The people wanted to shell out more than $1,000 to get her back.
Oh, Extortion? Did they steal it?
So they contacted FWC, he did, in the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office to get a resolution. But the PCSO says they have a report, but it's considered a civil matter. So going back and forth, he eventually paid $975 to take his tortoise home. He showed the handwritten receipt and everything to the news people, and he was like, I still can't believe I had to pay money for my own pet back. More money than all of my pets have cost combined. They said he's well known when it comes to his animals in the Tampa area, and he helps authorities catch loose monkeys. Once he helped big cats, like this guy he's like the Tiger King dude.
Wow.
They said he actually was featured on Tiger King too.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. But I don't know and how this can be legal to do. And he explained that there was all kinds of charges. It was pickup fee, transport fee, $25 a day to board it. Even though he wasn't boarding it, the tortoise escaped. So,
Sounds like he got screwed.
yeah, he's happy to have it back. And he said, I don't expect him to open arms and hug me and these people. And he was like, I'm not going to let it bother me, but he does think it's really ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know if this is a normal thing, but unfortunately, he had to pay that much money to get his tortoise back. Speaking of critters, if you're noticing a bunch of green fuzzy caterpillars on your car, they said that this is a thing that they're overtaking right now. And I haven't noticed it lately, but they said falling from trees, crawling on the ground, along windows. This Florida woman walked out to her car to find hundreds of them slowly inching their way across her tires, along the tread, on her. I would have lost my mind looking at my car.
Yeah.
And she was like, why are we seeing so many? Are they harmless? Are they, poisonous, venomous? And this is what they know. So these, according to University of Florida, and entomologists, they said that these are white-marked tussock moth caterpillars, and they're very popular central and north central Florida. So we may not see many here, but they do say if you see them, try to get them off as without touching them, because they will put their little, their fur, little stingers.
Little teeth?
No, not their teeth. They're what do they have in it? It's not fur. They're little fuzzies. They'll go in your fingers, almost like a porcupine will, right?
Well, stay away from them.
Well,
Watch
yeah,
it.
and they
Pricks?
said pricks. Is that what we call it? We'll call it a prick, right?
Okay, sounds
and
good
they
to me.
said that they will cause a rash, but they're not venomous, so don't freak out. But unless you want to deal with pulling out those pricks.
That could be a problem.
Don't pull out those pricks.
Yeah. Once they get in your life, it's a pain in the ass to get them out.
Sure, got that right.
I know there's a word for it. It's 70s
You might even need a divorce.
What is it? What are they called? So don't fret about that. Just try not to touch them if you find them all over. Just take like a broom or something and wipe them off. But you're fine. They're not poisonous. Next up in your What the Florida, this escalated. There is a guy. His street alias name was Wheezy.
Wheezy.
Ooh.
Yes.
From
And
the Jeffersons?
Wheezy in the house.
Wheezy.
Yeah, his real name is Terry Flowers, 39, also called Wheezy, was arrested for shooting and killing a man outside of a Pompano Beach convenience store. According to Local 10, they said that the reason why? It was over a $3 debt.
$3?
$3.
Sounds about right. Just
Crazy.
stupid.
Yep. First responders who arrived on the scene attempted to save the late victim. They said that he was rushed to Broward Health North Medical Center for treatment, but was declared deceased. Of course, the arrest warrant had the victim's name redacted on it, but they said that there was at least one witness that speculated, and they did find out, that stemmed from a quarrel concerning a $3 debt the victim owed to Wheezy. And now this guy is going to spend a lifetime in jail. Over $3.
So bad.
Was it worth it?
Nope.
And then finally here in your What the Florida, a Walmart employee in the Villages area aroused suspicion when she took a sudden leave of absence. I'm like, Well, since then, she has been sentenced in a theft case. Her name is Erin Avondella, and she pleaded guilty to 2 counts of theft this past week. They said that the reason why is her daughter was arrested last year from stealing from the same store. Her daughter was fired. She worked at that same Walmart and was fired for stealing. And I think because this is her, she's been charged. So around the same time, Mama was stealing too, Erin. And when her daughter got busted for stealing,
Yeah.
I think she was like, oh, I got to lay low. I got to take my time. And so they said that she took this unexpected leave of absence from the store. And the manager was like, oh, this is interesting timing. This is very suspicious, seeing as your daughter just got fired for stealing. So they started reviewing surveillance footage. And sure as hell, they found out that she was doing the same thing. She failed to properly scan merchandise. Said she failed to scan a shark vacuum valued at $3.99, a couple Apple snacks.
Wow.
Some bras from Hanes bras.
Apple snacks?
Yes, 2 Apple snacks. Yeah, she didn't scan 4 Hanes bras because those are very comfortable.
Good to know.
Yep, some potato chips, Downy fabric softener, all valued at $533. So I guess the apple does not fall far from the tree.
I was going to say that.
Both of them stealing from the Walmarts. Yep. And that is your What the Florida.
Thank you,
Apple
Francis.
snacks, thank you.
Great job with some Florida stories. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you want to get involved in the show.
Or if you're a fan of wieners, don't go anywhere because I got a story for you. But first of all, we're going to check in with our good friend from Cincinnati, Ohio. Riggs is checking in with the Penthouse. Hey, Riggs, how you doing today, pal?
What did do, Penthouse? How are you guys?
Hey, Riggs.
Doing great, Riggs. How are you, buddy?
Oh, so good. It could be a Saturday.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Damn.
Man.
Yeah.
Would you hit the lottery?
Good for you. Yeah, you're not in New Jersey, are you?
Yeah, well, I was going to lead with that, but Jimmy kind of stole my thunder. No, I'm not in New Jersey. I'm still here kind of putting my time for the hourly wage, you know?
Oh, okay. Do the Reds open up tomorrow?
Yeah, opening day tomorrow. That's for sure. We got a notice from the boss saying there's going to be an opening day parade there. So once you get to the city, make sure you're comfortable because they're going to shut it down.
Yeah, the Reds every year traditionally are home.
Everything.
That's cool.
Yeah. I got to say though, Cincinnati's cool, but I used to live in Chicago for a while.
Yeah.
Now the Chicago parade was like out of this world.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that.
So I think it was this. Yeah. That's when people watching it is best because I had an office overlooking the Wacker Avenue there, like the main street, and you can see all sorts from all walks of life, and you're just looking at it and you're like, wow.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
It's not that bad. Yeah.
So what else you been doing?
No, just a little bit of yard work and getting ready for spring here. We're changing the seasons here. Had some boxwoods that died on me last year, so I went in and replaced them. Not too bad. Was that Bam from Jackass?
Yeah, Bam Margera. Uh-huh.
Really? He's still alive?
He's still alive. Yes, he's still alive. And he's sober these days, at least for 8 months that I know of. She's kept him sober.
Wow.
Yeah.
Franny, I was watching Wild Boys during my workouts. Like I'll put in some throwback with Steve-O and the other guy. I forget his name now. But that was an amazing show. Like I guess I didn't grow up in America, but seeing that show, it was ahead of its time.
Wild Boys was very similar to Jackass, no?
Yeah, I think they ended up merging at the end.
Oh, okay.
The Wild Boys and the Jackass crew end up merging, and they created the Jackass kind of.
Well, because I think it was Jackass first, and then it went to Wild Boys because Steve-O was originally from Jackass, and so I know it's Chris something, but I can't think of his last name. Yeah, they were both Jackass stars, and then decided to do their own thing.
Yeah. And I mean, I have an affinity to Steve-O because of his connection with the Love Doctors. Like back in the day, he was hooking up with those guys. Like he showed up at the Lyric Theater at one point and everything. I don't think. Here's my take on it. I don't think that show could fly today. Like if you try to do that show today, I don't think you'd find a network that would put it on.
I mean, I agree. Same thing with Jackass. I don't know if it would. I mean, unless you put it on like MTV2 or something, where I don't even know if that's still a channel. But that was early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went on the last when the last Jackass came out, which I invited my wife. She was like, "Hell no," and then I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna go by myself." So I went there, and I was literally like, I almost died laughing. It was so funny. I was jumping out of my movie theater seat. Like it was so good. But it takes a certain personality type, and you have to kind of know who they were before that.
Yeah, to watch people staple their ass cheeks together. Yeah, it does take a certain or their scrotum.
There's
their scrotum to their taint. Yeah, start personality.
Certain audience for that, I'm sure.
Is that big in Cincinnati? I know.
But
I know there's a lot not going on over there.
They were wildly popular. I mean, those guys were. They have movies. They have everything. I mean, even Johnny Knoxville is still in television and he's acting and doing things. He's grown up. He's not doing all this whackjack kind of stuff. Now he's actually acting and things. But yeah, they were very, very popular for a long time.
I remember one time, it was Jackass 3D, and my father kind of, God rest his soul, he was visiting America.
Isn't that funny? Do you need Jackass in 3D?
Boy.
I'll tell you why. You don't need it except for the opening scene. So I take my father out there, and he's about as serious as he gets. This guy he's very particular, very thing. So I was like, hey, let's just go have fun. So we go there, and I said, this is slapstick humor. We're going to have fun. The opening scene of Jackass 3D, and we have the glasses on, and the only time you need the 3D glasses, I think Chris or Bam or whoever shows up, opens up, and shows up to the screen. He's got a bucket full of dildos, if I can say that on the radio,
yes,
and he just throws them to the audience. So you have these 3D glasses, and you have the.
So you're about to get hit in the face.
Your way. Yeah, and then
funny.
you're dodging it because you think you're going to hit you in the face. And my father takes his glasses off, and he's just shaking his head at me. I'm like, oh, maybe I picked the wrong movie here.
That's
guy.
funny.
You sure about this?
Yeah.
That sounds like my Saturday night, Riggs.
Getting hit in the face with dildos.
Well, don't judge.
Okay, go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, Riggs, are you going to go to the game?
The game? Which game?
The Red game. I mean, the opening day.
Oh no! I'm not going to the crazy crazy parade. No.
All right.
And I don't know if you have been to the Reds Stadium. I mean,
no.
It's Greek. It's one of those things, a Coconut Creek strip club. It's fun for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's all run down, and you don't want to be there for too long.
All right. Well, I'm sure there's something else you could do. I know the sports betting is legal there now, so and I know Pete Rose is getting a lot of notoriety right now, talking again about what's going on with Ohtani.
I sent you the video yesterday, last night about him.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I wish I had an interpreter.
Yeah. So Pete Rose obviously thinks Ohtani was betting.
If I was Pete Rose, I'd be upset too, man. This guy is obviously lying, and he's using a proxy to take the fall for him. I would call. I don't see any difference between the Japanese player and P. Diddy. They're using a fall guy.
Well, that happens a lot in a lot of big situations. Barry Bonds years ago with his trainer. But again, you can't prove any of this. This is just what the public thinks on both of these situations. With Puff Daddy and obviously with Ohtani, it's just not a great look for baseball right now, especially since they changed the story.
Yeah, but why not? I would pull a Trump here and own it and be like, that's what's up, and that's what happened. We bet on it, and who cares?
Well, if he did say that, he'd be out of baseball. You know that. And he's the biggest thing in baseball right now, not only United States, worldwide. So he's not going to say he bet on baseball because then they would throw him out. They'd have to suspend him.
I would say baseball should say that.
They're not doing that, bro. You never cut out the cash cow. Come on, you're pretty smart. He brings in millions all over the world for baseball.
Yeah.
And baseball needs it. So that's why they had the fall guy. If that is, allegedly. Again, we don't know, but that's what I think most people believe.
There was a TED Talk, I forget, it was either General Stanley McChrystal or Petraeus, and even in the Army he said you always have a fall guy, and you don't mince it. You just tell him you are the fall guy, and if something happens, that's what happens, and that's what happened here. He had a fall guy, and he's got to take the blame. I don't see a problem with that, man. It's his money. Now,
well, he can't bet. That's the problem. You understand that? You can't bet if you play in the leagues. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you mean you don't see a problem with it? It's against. You can't do it. You can't bet if you're a ball player.
On baseball, right?
Yeah, you can't bet on baseball. Every league has different rules, but you can't bet. That's the bottom line. A couple players have in the NFL were suspended for a year, and then he would get suspended. So he can't say now. Now he can't turn around and say, oh, I bet. When at first he said he was paying off a bookie. Now he's saying that, I didn't even know anything about it. It's whether or not Major League Baseball really looks into it and whether or not the feds get involved in it with this much money. I don't know where it's going to go. They're hoping it just goes away.
I got to tell you, like on the job I do, part of my job is to ensure that, without getting into specifics, any large dollar wires don't go through a fraudulent process. And there are so many safeguards there that there is no way that somebody who was not in the know could authorize such a large payment.
I said that yesterday. We talked about it. I mean, when you're wiring money out of your account, you got to give that. No, I'm just saying. We talked about it yesterday. There's no way that somebody could just go in and wire $4.3 million.
Yeah, that's why it's pretty easy to understand it. He's fibbing there, to say the least.
Yeah. So, again, everybody knows that. Everybody's saying it. They can't prove it, but I don't think Major League Baseball is going to look into it. I just don't.
Yeah, no doubt.
Riggs, we got to run.
No. Yeah.
All right, but call Saturday. We'll talk about it more if you get a chance.
Let me know if you're hooking people up on the Formula One tickets. So that's a nice gesture you're doing.
Well, I'm not hooking anybody up. I was going to hook up Jimmy.
Just Jimmy. If he doesn't want to go, I'll take it. I can't make it.
I was not hooking anybody.
He's busy that weekend. I'm not.
I don't blame you for trying, Riggs.
I'm going to call you. I'm going to call back at 12:45.
Okay, you got it. That's Rockville. That's not Formula One.
And that's 11:45.
11:45.
Well, where he is.
That's right. Riggs, stay out of trouble, and thanks for always enjoying the show and for getting involved.
Take care, buddy.
It is the Penthouse. We'll be back with a trifecta and Rockville tickets your way. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
Something is coming back into popularity that has not been popular for a very long time.
Sean Watson.
What? How dare you? My popularity remains at an all-time high.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Join us for our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Awards, live from the Dolby Theater in Hollywood.
Monday, April 1st. Watch on Fox, starting at 8 p.m. And listen on the free iHeartRadio app.
Otesla Ultralast is a proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Awards, a celebration of artists and the fans who got them there. The fans who make the music truly come alive through their energy and positive vibes. To the fans that make live music possible, we salute you.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Looks like that crash on 95 northbound after Atlantic Avenue blocking the left lane has been moved to the left shoulder. Still some delays back to Linton Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
Whenever you need us, just reach out and we'll be there with more locations, more experts, and more resources to deliver the healthcare you need to comfort you and make you feel your best. Find a care site near you at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Hey, it's Franny, and spring has sprung, and it's full tilt buggy time in the used car market. And where's the best place to be? GiveMeTheVin.com. When was the last time you checked how much you could get for a used car? Get an instant cash offer in just 60 seconds, whether it's $2,000 or $200,000. They've got you covered. And here's a kicker. If GiveMeTheVin.com can't beat your CarMax offer, they'll pay you $100, no questions asked. With a 5-star rating from the Better Business Bureau, you know you're in good hands with GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Seminole Casino Coconut Creek is your local gaming destination featuring over 2,000 slot machines, more than 80 live table games, plus 30 tables of live poker. Introducing a new era in gaming with live craps and roulette. Prefer smoke-free? Visit the smoke-free pavilion full of more slots, live table games, and easy access from the west parking lot. Enjoy NYY steak and our other dining options. Experience live entertainment throughout the week at Sunset Grill, Nectar, and Soundbar. Visit CasinoCoco.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey, it's a Greek. When I like something, I don't change. I like brunettes for a long time. I'm wearing Armani since I'm 12, and I'm a Yankee fan. And I found my favorite cigar, and it's Vega Fina. Take it from your boy. I love the way it smokes, and I enjoy it after a tough day. You know my life's tough. It's Vega Fina. If I don't know who to bet in a game, I go with a Vega Fina. It clears my mind. And at the track, I love winning on long shots and smoking a Vega Fina. Vega Finas can be purchased at Casa Monte Cristo and Boca Raton. Puff, puff, baby. Peace.
See this garage door? I gotta be honest with you. It's ugly. I mean, successful, attractive homeowner like you, it's time to move on. This is not the garage door your parents thought you'd spend the rest of your life with. And that ain't true with everything in life, don't get me wrong. I mean, honey, if you're listening, you can't divorce me just because I'm no longer the handsome stud you married. But your garage door? The neighbors all think you can totally do better. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Let us show you how many sexy new alternatives there are. Just waiting for someone like you. You swipe right on a beautiful new design, we install everything in a lovely ceremony, and you and your new garage door live happily ever after. For better, not worse. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come make it right. Maybe I should pick up some flowers on the way home.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Here's something you won't hear from any other jeweler. Right now, when you buy a diamond at Diamonds Direct, we'll give you a free gold setting for it. Yes, a 14-karat classic solitaire setting in white gold or yellow gold at no charge with any natural diamond purchase. So all your money can go toward a bigger diamond while you still get the classic look she wants in that engagement ring. Another example of Diamonds Direct's extraordinary value. Or if you want to take it up to the next level, Diamonds Direct also has a fantastic selection of halo, pave, vintage, 3-stone, and other popular mountings. Or maybe she wants a designer ring, like the one she's seen on social media. Well, Diamonds Direct has those too. In fact, we are an authorized retailer for all the top designers from New York and California. Whichever setting you choose, you'll also be able to choose your finance plan. Diamonds Direct now has a wide range of finance options with attractive rates and terms up to 60 months, so you can get the ideal setting to fit your style with the ideal payment to fit your budget. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion. Store hours, directions, and more at diamondsdirect.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. We've helped over 30,000 families out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. If your timeshare agreement goes on forever, if you were told timeshares are a great investment, or your maintenance fees will never go up, you have questions, we have the answers. At Wesley Financial Group, we're dedicated to helping timeshare owners get out of their financial nightmare. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call now for your free timeshare exit information kit. Call 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. 800-761-0000.
Why are people saying Hugh yeah to Jackson Hewitt? When you switch to Jackson Hewitt, they will beat what you paid last year on tax prep, even if you filed online. Proof of prior year payment required when filing. New clients only at participating locations through April 7th. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
For more information about contests on the station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Fantasy.
The Heat got thumped in the second half last night and lost to Golden State. Jimmy Butler missed the game with an illness. The Heat host Portland on Friday. College hoops March Madness resumes tomorrow with semifinal games in the East and the West regions. The Panthers let a third-period lead get away and lost to Boston. Panthers now 2 points back of the Bruins in the division race. And the Marlins preparing for opening day tomorrow against the Pirates. I'm Matt McCoy.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Heroes in the Bible. This series tells the epic stories of tragedy and triumph of the most popular names in the Bible. Pray Radio, a spiritual haven where the most influential faith leaders and pastors across the United States converge to share their wisdom and insights. The Jesus Podcast. This comprehensive series stands as a pinnacle in Christian storytelling, meticulously unfolding the magnitude, impact, and depth of Jesus Christ. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
What Would Greek Do is brought to you by Monroe's of Palm Beach.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey! Bam Margera! Looks like you can't do whatever the F you want anymore! Woo! Go Dogs!
Okay, boys and girls, April Fool's Day is coming up. Do not miss this opportunity to spray your brother, your sister, your mother, whoever. All right, you get some Scotch tape, you put it around the spray handle right next to the faucet. You keep the handle down with the Scotch tape. You aim it right at the middle. You get up early in the morning and you see who you get. You're either going to get your mom, your dad, your sister, or your brother right in the face with some water. Sit back, have a good laugh, and hope you don't catch a beat.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Jeremy, always appreciate your calls. And also, I'm looking forward to having a cigar with you one time or a drink. You are a character and a great, great listener. We appreciate you always get involved. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning. Sounds like he got busted there at the end. And so where his message was cut off.
Yep.
Good morning, Francis.
Hi, good morning.
And it is time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, last night was not a good night for the local teams. Panthers lost to the Bruins, and lately the Panthers are not playing great. They got beat last night 4-3. And the Miami Heat got beat last night by the Warriors, so not a good night for the home teams. Hopefully we can bounce back next time they both get out there. The NFL did announce Christmas Day they will be playing 2 games. It is on a Wednesday, and for years the NBA controlled Christmas, but the NFL has now said, no, we're going to get involved, and there's going to be 2 games, and I'm sure people will consume it and check it out and bet on it. And Major League Baseball officially starts tomorrow. The Miami Marlins are home as they take on the Pirates, I believe, at 4 o'clock. Also, the Yankees kick off their season tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And Major League Baseball does have a little bit of a cloud over its head right now with the whole situation with Ohtani and the gambling and the $4.3 million. They say they are investigating, but I don't really think they're going to look hard. They're going to hope the season starts and this goes away. And hopefully this is the end of it and there are no more rumors or different things that come out. But I don't think they're going to really look into it too much. And that is your trifecta for lunchtime. Peace. Now, Jimmy, you had a situation or a possibility if you're looking for a job where maybe you can help out.
Yeah, if you like wieners, here you go. Get a pen and pencil ready because we are going to get you set up here and a piece of paper. The online gambling site BetUS is looking to hire a wiener connoisseur to visit all 30 major league ballparks and check out the wieners at each one. I'll start calling them hot dogs from here on out.
You don't want to call them wieners?
Yeah.
I had a little bit because you know how they're talking about their uniforms being so see-through.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
Is that the kind of wieners we're talking about?
Did they address that at all or no?
Supposedly they said that they did address it and they changed it a little.
Okay.
I haven't heard it officially, but that's what they were saying.
All right, because that just went away. As fast as it came, it went away.
Very true.
Anyway, back to the wieners. You get to taste a taste test a dozen of hot dogs, but they don't really care how good they are. They're not looking for you to tell you the taste. They want to know the size. That's right. It's all about size.
Which is interesting
isn't that
because
always the way it is,
really
Franny?
do it. But do you really need somebody to go and tell you the size? Can't you just see how big they are?
Well, you can tell by when it goes in your mouth. I guess.
Probably. That's the best way to tell, right?
All right.
You would imagine. Does it fit? Once you've got your hands on one, you'll need to measure it, length, diameter, girth, and also how heavy it is.
You got to measure the girth too.
Weight matters.
All right.
It's not a full-time gig though, but they don't expect you to handle all these wieners for free. They'll buy you so they're getting you the tickets to the game.
Yeah.
Travel is covered, and you get $2,500. They'll also toss in a $500 gift card to MLBshop.com and a subscription to MLB TV.
That's great.
You can apply online at to their website, Bet US Hot Dog. I Google searched Bet US Hot Dog because the website for it was really long, so it'd just be, no pun intended. So I just did a Google search, Bet US Hot Dog, and boom, there you found it. And you
You applied, didn't you? Is that why you applied already to be a wiener connoisseur, or you are one? Got it.
Between now and April 18th is when you got to enter for that. Enter your name and an email, and you have to write a short pitch, no pun intended, for why you're the most qualified person to measure wieners. Actually, the greatest part about this, and the nice thing about this, we joke with all this, but it's a great opportunity that, like, if you're retired or semi-retired or something, you want to go to all the ballparks. I mean, that's a kind of a bucket list item for guys, or even some gals, doesn't have to be gender specific, to go to all the different ball games. And then, of course, they're going to probably want you to take pictures and do social media. That's what it's always about,
Of
right?
course.
Whenever we see these things, it's always about something like that. And so they're using this as an excuse to do that. But what a great opportunity if you can. Get away and you're not working a regular job, go out to all the different ballparks throughout the United States.
So they're giving you $2,500 cash.
Yep.
And there's 30 parks.
Yep.
So they're giving you maybe, like, I don't know, figure it out.
Tickets and travel. Are covered.
Yeah, accommodations, all that stuff. So, but did it say on here how long you will be doing this trek to try all the wieners?
It didn't give a time frame that I noticed anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe a whole season.
Maybe you have all season to do it.
30 cities.
That's part of it, right? So you got 30 cities, 30 games.
Because I wonder
to go
if
to.
they're taking care of travel. I wonder if they schedule it out for you, right?
Well, I'm sure, like,
Interesting.
when you go to New York, you see the Yankees and the Mets. You know what I mean? Chicago, the Cubs and White Sox, stuff like that, when there's a couple of teams in, obviously.
Maybe. Depends on their schedule, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the Mets and Yankees don't always play home, at the same time. So, I mean, that could be a scheduling thing. Or they might leave it up to you as long as you get it done by the end of the year, regular season.
Yep.
Maybe.
So they're almost giving you $100 per park.
Yeah.
That's enough. Mm-hmm. And a $500 gift card.
But the fact that they cover the travel is what got me, too.
Yeah.
I mean, really, because that's normally you see something like this and, well, you have more expense than it's actually worth money-wise. But what a great opportunity. Speaking of great opportunities, how about an opportunity to go to Welcome to Rockville running May 9th through the 12th at Daytona International Speedway? We have that opportunity for you right now. Performances by Foo Fighters, Motley Crue, Slipknot, Judas Priest, Anthrax, just to name a couple of the acts that are going to be there that entire weekend. You want to go? We have a pair of one-day passes, general admission to Welcome to Rockville up for grabs right now. Give us a call, 877-927-6969, 877-927-6969. What game we want to play today?
I guess who's most likely to?
Yes.
You want to play who's most likely to? Okay.
Do a little alternating since we did he said, she said yesterday.
We'll do that then. That's a simple game where Franny reads a scenario. The three of us vote amongst ourselves who we think would fit that scenario best, and you have to guess who we voted for out of Greek, Francis, or myself. I see the phone lines are already blowing up, so no need to give out the number again. I'm going to get people lined up, and we'll get going here in a minute.
Barrett Jackson is coming to the area in April, and April 14th is a Friday. Francis and I will be there. Whitman Rose to do a live show. We're excited about that, to team up with Monroe's once again. Relationship continues with them. One of our bigger sponsors from day one will be at Barrett Jackson on 4/14. This weekend, be careful. The Easter Bunny will be out. So on Sunday, make sure you're alert, walking around and looking around. You don't want to hit the Easter Bunny, but it'll be delivering some chocolates and candies and jelly beans to everybody in the area. Good Friday on Friday. You got the Florida Derby Saturday and March Madness. Man, what a great weekend for sports this is going to be, and a lot of fun. If you're going to do any betting, make sure you're doing it on the Hard Rock app. Also, if you want to bet the Florida Derby, you can go to the Palm Beach Kennel Club starting Friday, I believe, after 12, and you can bet on the Florida Derby. 11 horses in the big race, and that race should go off on Saturday about 6:50, 6:55. depending on the day of what's going on with the other cards, the other races during that day.
And speaking of events, we have our very own event happening on April 13th. And I'm telling you now, I know we have a few weeks, but it's time to get your tickets. pbtastings.com. This is our tastings event. It's food, wine, craft beer, and live music. April 13th, a Saturday, so you have a full day to recover. This is at the Tanger Outlets, and this is unlimited food and drink sampling from over 20 amazing restaurants like the Cooper, City Cellar Wine Bar and Grill, Yard House, Talkin' Tacos, Rita's Italian Ice if you want something sweet after the fact. So many more fantastic restaurants that are here locally. Plus, I said wine, craft, and beer, unlimited. Aces Cider, Hop Life Brewing, our friends over at Knox and Dunn, Florida Rum, and so many more. Make sure you get your tickets. We have limited VIP available, and that gets you in an hour earlier. So pbtastings.com to get those tickets.
Thank you, Francis. Big event. You guys should definitely come out. You'll definitely have a good time. Jimmy, are we ready?
We are ready. We're starting today's contest with Vanessa. Vanessa is now in the Penthouse. How you doing today, Vanessa?
Good. How are you guys?
We're great, Vanessa. First of all, thanks for listening to Real Radio.
Thank you.
You going to go up for the entire weekend for Welcome to Rockville?
Well, that's the area I'm from, and my husband's a metalhead, so I probably will.
All right.
All right. Well, let's see if we can get you set up with a pair of one-day general admission passes to Welcome to Rockville. Now, Vanessa, Franny's going to read a scenario. Just hold off a second, because the three of us are going to vote who's most likely to fit that scenario, and you have to guess who we voted for, okay?
Okay.
All right, Vanessa, get in the head of the Penthouse because it's who we think would fit this scenario. So, out of Jimmy, Greek, or Franny, who is most likely to become a professional treasure hunter?
All right, we have our answer. Vanessa, out of the three of us, Greek, Francis, or myself, Jimmy, who is most likely to become a professional treasure hunter?
I would say Jimmy.
Nice job.
Nice job, Vanessa. That's great.
Heck yeah.
All right. That's how you do it right there, kids. Now, Vanessa, if you'll hang tight for a couple minutes, I'm going to put you on hold when we go to break. I'm going to get back on the line with you off air, and we'll get you set up with those tickets, okay?
Great. Thank you.
All right. Wonderful. Nice job. That's how you do it.
Thank you, Jimmy.
One and done.
Thank you for your help, as always. Every day at 11:45, we do have a giveaway for you guys today, Rockville. Always have something big for you. I want to thank you for always listening to Real Radio, our way of saying thank you. Arnold is doing very well. He got a pacemaker put in, and he says that he's doing very well and feeling good, and he is 100%, and he feels more like a robot than ever. So now he has a pacemaker in. He had the surgery.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
With a pacemaker.
With a pacemaker. Arnold is back. If that has been reported the last couple of days. But always in good spirits. His Super Bowl ad was pretty funny. But he's doing well and hanging in there. And he says all systems are go. 877-927-6969. We had on the table today. You can always ask us anything you want. But we had on the table today dating. Is it one of the things you worry about is the financial end of it when you're dating? And who do you think should pay? Should it be 50-50 or should a gentleman always pay? Or should you guys split it on the first date?
I got a couple texts about that and other things at 47142. Started off with Real Radio. Here we go. If you're on a date and they are checking their phone, because we were saying, G-Man said he knows people who go on dates and are like on Tinder. They get distracted.
Or dating sites.
Yeah, dating sites, whatever it is. They're still distracted by being on them and being on their phone. And I think this is Sarah says, if you're on a date and they're checking their phone, don't bother ordering food. Just go home. They're not interested in you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Good idea. I'm with you on that.
And then talking about the average dates, like $59. She also said, I spend more than $60 when I take myself to Cheesecake Factory alone.
Wow.
She said, I also believe the man should pay on a first date for sure. And then leaving things on the top of your car. This woman lost her $2,000 wedding dress because her fiance left it on the top of their SUV, the hood. And this is crazy. Says, hi, guys. Back in 1985, me and a couple of friends from high school were sitting around Lake Osborne and Lake Worth smoking out and saw a car coming towards us. And we said, is that a car seat on top of that car? I've heard this before. Well, at that moment, the driver must have realized and they didn't have their baby. They slammed the brakes. The car seat bounced off the hood, landed in the street. People ran out, picked it up, hauled ass. They were like, man, it was crazy. I sure hope that baby was okay.
I was going to say, was the baby okay?
They don't know. They said the dude just ran out real quick, grabbed the baby, then went back in the car and hauled ass out, hoping nobody saw it.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
And then we were talking about the caterpillar because they said that noticed them here in Florida. There's a bunch of them. They're green, fuzzy caterpillars. This woman had hundreds of them on her car.
With pricks, right?
Yeah, so they're like, morning, everyone. Caterpillar hair are either called spines, quills, like a porcupine, or spikes.
Okay.
Uh-huh. So thank you, Al from Green Acres. And let's see, if Greek and Franny are going to be live at Bear Jackson Auto Auction April 14th, like Greek said, well, it starts April 18th through the 20th, so you'll be by yourselves.
That's only got the date that they gave me.
April 19th, and that's what you've been telling me.
Yeah.
You said the
it?
14th.
Oh, did I? All
Yeah,
right,
that's
well
what they
done.
said.
Yeah.
We'll be by ourselves.
All right, so it's April 19th. There you go. Wait a minute.
Oh, thank you for paying attention.
We
Somebody has to.
appreciate that. When's the date? The 19th now?
Yes. That's what you told me to put on my calendar.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
All right, good. So we're good.
That's what you specifically told me.
Yeah, you just said the tastings is the 13th. I'm like, wow, how can we be there 14th on Sunday? That's pretty crazy.
That's why I like staying back at the studio.
You go there, you're like, what the hell's going on? I thought we were supposed to be here. It is the Penthouse. We know we're supposed to be here today until 2 o'clock. And then the Greek Zone after that. And after that, it's all hell breaking loose. Franny, we have some fun facts. And what is the big subject today?
It's huge. Well, for some. Today's National Viagra Day. So I got some interesting facts of what you can do with your Viagra.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
There, can you put on your sweet potato? Does that help? No? Just asking. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
We'll be your friend. Follow us at Real Radio 92.1 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Hey, it's Rover from Real Radio, and we'd like to invite you to join us at Tanger Outlets on Saturday, April 13th for Tastings, an unlimited food, wine, and craft beer event. Get your tickets today at pbtastings.com, and you'll sample food from some of the area's best restaurants, finest wines, and great craft breweries. And your ticket lets you sample as much as you want. You can also be the first to sample with a VIP ticket that gets you in an hour before everyone else. For tickets and all the event info, head to pbtastings.com.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Looks like that crash on 95 northbound after Atlantic Avenue blocking the left lane has been moved to the left shoulder. Still some delays back to Linton Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Russo.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Summit Racing has the parts you need to keep your truck rolling right. From custom grills to tonneau covers and everything in between. Shop SummitRacing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends April 14th, 2024.
Hey, it's Franny, and spring has sprung, and it's full tilt buggy time in the used car market. And where's the best place to be? GiveMeTheVin.com. When was the last time you checked how much you could get for a used car? Get an instant cash offer in just 60 seconds, whether it's $2,000 or $200,000. They've got you covered. And here's a kicker. If GiveMeTheVin.com can't beat your CarMax offer, they'll pay you $100, no questions asked. With a 5-star rating from the Better Business Bureau, you know you're in good hands with GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach, and there's a basketball tournament on, and I can't think of a better place to watch the games, and a beautiful lady, your own cheerleader. Get over to Monroe's for the big tournament. Enjoy yourself. Open at 5 a.m., 5-star menu. Whether your team's winning or losing, you're a winner. You know why? Because you're at Monroe's of Palm Beach with the hottest ladies in South Florida. And don't forget, Friday night, Fetish Fridays. It's Monroe's. It's hoops. It's a perfect evening, baby. Hit that three-pointer. Peace.
Business. It's all the things that keep this world turning. And behind every one of these companies is a partner helping to keep it all moving. It's why the local flower shop and your favorite pizza joint, the startup in the stadium, hospitals and hotels, banks and restaurants nationwide all choose the advanced network, cybersecurity solutions, and round-the-clock trusted partnership from Comcast Business, the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
See why Comcast Business powers more small businesses than anyone else. Get started with fast speeds and advanced security for $49 a month for 12 months with a 2-year contract when you add one unlimited mobile line. Plus, ask how to get up to an $800 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call to switch today. Ends 5/6/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 100 megabits per second internet and security edge. EcoBill and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients. Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now. Like Lost 80s. Just search Lost 80s and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Wednesday. It's a warm one with high temperatures in the mid-80s, a little above average for this time of year. We'll see more clouds returning later this evening as a cold front approaches. A couple of late showers are possible. Slightly higher rain chance tomorrow with that front passing through. Still in the 80s on Thursday, back in the 70s though on Friday.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Let Express Employment Professionals help you hire for contract or full-time jobs. Forget about posting jobs, sifting through resumes, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Go to ExpressPros.com to find the location near you. That's ExpressPros.com.
March is full of excitement at Gulfstream Park Casino. Join us on March 31st and April 6th when we'll be doubling the fun with our Double Derby Days $100,000 giveaway. That's $50,000 in cash and free play up for grabs each Saturday. Earn entries all month long at Gulfstream Park Casino.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse back at you on a Wednesday all day today. After The Penthouse, we'll get into the Greek Zone today, and we will definitely be looking into the Madness this weekend and the Florida Derby. And Kelly's calling us from Vegas, give us some insight of what's going on. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And, of course, Francis is here.
Hey, what's up?
And a new edition of Fun Facts.
It's Freddy's Fun Facts. So, yes, I know you've been looking forward to these fun facts. We have a holiday today. It is March 27th. It's National Spanish Paella Day. It's American Red Cross Giving Day. Let's see. Little Red Wagon Day, if you were listening earlier. International Whiskey Day. And Holy Wednesday. But it is also the day that Viagra was birthed. All right, so here's some fun facts about Viagra you may or may not have known. Viagra is one of the world's most counterfeited drugs. Did you know that? They said this ED pill is one of the most counterfeited drugs in the world. $16.3 million worth of fake Viagra was seized in the U.S. By U.S. Customs back in 2021. $16.3 million. This means that a high percentage of products marked online as Viagra probably aren't Viagra.
Ah, all right. I see what you're saying, yeah.
What do you think is bigger, that or Louis bags? Pretty close.
I don't know. Yeah, they say it's a concern because it is impossible to know exactly what it contains and what side effects it could cause. They said the trouble is fake Viagra can look exactly like legitimate Viagra with a few minor differences. So if you're buying your Viagra on the streets, look for this. The color consistency. Real Viagra is uniform in color. Fake Viagra may have variations of color within the same tablet or within different tablets in the same packet, right?
Okay.
They said look at the F in Pfizer. The F is unique and hard to replicate, especially if you're making a stamp to mark individual pills. The stem on the real F doesn't start thinning out until it's almost at the top. So that's a very small detail you have to look at. Say tablet shape. A real Viagra tablet has a distinct diamond shape with smooth edges. Fake Viagra tablets are usually quite jagged with an indent before the edge, and the number of tablets per pack. Real Viagra is available in single packs or packs of 4. If your pack contains more than 4 tablets, it's counterfeit. Yep. So heads up. I've heard this before. If you want your flowers to stand up straight, put some Viagra in the water.
Really?
Flowers are big business, and the right flowers at the right time are sure way to melt anybody's heart. However, once cut, most flowers have very limited shelf life. So making it last longer, just use Viagra. They said it extends it. There was research done. And they said that they found 1 milligram of Viagra dissolved in a vase of water can double the shelf life of cut flowers. Right? The downside is, Viagra costs a lot. So if you put it in your flowers.
Might be cheaper to buy new flowers.
Well, maybe just get the counterfeit Viagra, the one that you're not going to take, and put it in your flowers.
Yeah, that's smart. It's a knockoff.
There you go.
Great job, Franny. Way to help society.
There you go.
Nice.
This is interesting. Viagra for jet lag.
Jet lag.
They said, well, at least if you're a hamster. There was a study done.
Well,
yeah. Well, they said
that's our target audience.
Yeah. They said that there was a study done, and they discovered that Viagra helped reset a hamster's circadian rhythm faster, easy for me to say. They said it is also known as a sleep-wake cycle, and in the experiment, it was manipulated by adjusting how much light the hamsters were exposed to. So they don't know if we can translate this to humans, but could try. So that said that they noticed with them. Also here, Viagra for increasing athletic performance. There are a few studies conducted, the use of Viagra to enhance athletic performance. The majority of these studies were on cyclists.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. They said that it showed an improvement in 4 out of 10 of the cyclists who took part of this test. So you want to go longer and faster.
Almost any athlete, I could see that.
Yeah, they said it wasn't all athletes. It was primarily cyclists were one of the ones. But because in the article it says for most athletes, Viagra does nothing. But with these cyclists, they really saw,
With the blood flow, I would assume that it would be for everybody, not just. I wonder why cyclists. I wonder what it is about them that it specifies over maybe like a football player or a baseball player. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It enhances the cardiovascular function of it. They said, put simply, some people respond, but others won't, and they just noticed more of a response with them.
Yeah.
And apparently more so at high altitudes.
Okay. All right.
Viagra is helping to save endangered species. Would you take rhino horn, tiger bones, seal penises, or reindeer antler velvet to aid your sex life? Historically, countless numbers of animals have had their genitals, organs, tusks, or meat touted as a cure for ED, despite virtually no proof that any of these work. And I have heard about some of these things. Seal penises is new to me, but like rhino horns and stuff like that and tusks.
The ivory.
Yep. Since Viagra and other ED treatments have come on the market, the demand for these parts of exotic and endangered animals appear to have dropped, even among people loyal to traditional Chinese medicine, too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Then we also have here with Viagra, it is not, if you're not familiar with it, some people have said, like, hey, women can use it, right? Women can use it too. It should rev up their sex life. They're like, yeah, there's no conclusive results. They've done several studies, and they have investigated Viagra's use in women. And so far, they really haven't obtained anything saying it improves their sexual satisfaction or experience on Viagra. They say it is not recommended for use for women. And they say be aware because there's a lot of online pharmacies that promote female Viagra. They said this is usually just an herbal supplement with no evidence to support any claims that this remedy works on women. So if you've heard that before, it's a lie. And there you go for your Viagra fun facts.
Thank you, Francis. Great job. We appreciate it. Jimmy, do we have some people on hold?
Yeah, we do. We're going to start our phone conversation with Tim. Tim, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good, Penthouse. Thank you. Just a little quick one on that gerbil thing. You think Richard Gere used Viagra with his hamster?
That poor guy can't get away from that. He just can't get away from it.
He just can't get away from it.
40 years, we're still talking about this. How long? I mean, it's been a long time, right? That rumor's been circulating.
Feels like it.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I heard a rerun the other day, and you guys played that.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think we talked about it multiple times.
Thank you.
But as far as this is kind of similar to the leaving the stuff on your car. Truck driver. That's what I do for a living. We were working out in Miami, and he went to go pick up Ivanka Trump's cake, wedding cake. I think this is like back in 2010.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. And they picked it up from the airport. It got flown in from, I think, Germany, they said. And it was on these big, giant sheet pans. So you need refrigerated. We had a refrigerated roller bed truck. So they slide these big sheet pans into the trailer on the roller beds. And you're supposed to put the rollers back down and click the locks. And the driver did not do that. And he went around the corner down the road from the airport in Miami. When he went around the corner, it slung Ivanka Trump's cake out into the middle of the road.
Oh, no.
Two big pans, they're like, 8x8 sheet pans.
Wow, that'd be a big problem.
That's unfortunate.
Want to get away?
Right?
Yeah.
Did he still get paid?
You pull the truck over, you just turn it off and walk
just
away.
Walk away.
Just walk away.
Through
into
the
the
keys.
sunset.
And
That's
then
it.
just never be found again.
That's it.
That sucks.
Yeah. Luckily, it was Ivanka Trump's cake and not Trump's cake.
I'm sure she was pissed too. She was probably hard to deal with.
Yeah, but it didn't destroy it totally. They had it, packed so good, being shipped from Germany.
All right, so they're able to salvage most of it. That's good.
So there was packaging around it. Okay, all right. Well, that's good.
It was the biggest ass cake you ever seen in your life, though.
I'm not surprised. But you get somebody, right? Like, if it is destroyed, you get a professional baker, and you probably get them to mold it and make it into something incredible. If it's ruined, I'm sure they did something. They got money. They could figure it out.
Yeah, that's what they did. But that was funny. He had to make that phone call to our boss saying he slung that cake out on the street. Yeah. We had to drive down there. It wasn't too far from our warehouse. We had to drive down there our big forklift, scoop it up, put it back into the trailer.
Wow.
And the cops blocking the road. It was quite the ordeal.
He kept his job?
I was going to say, what's that guy doing now?
Yeah, he actually did. They didn't
Really?
fire him.
All right.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's good.
It was an accident, stuff happened. But surprised Trump, if it would have been the man Trump, something would have went down, I'm sure.
Oh, he probably would have made sure that guy got fired.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he would have got that. Well, thank you for the story, and thank you for listening.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Tim. I appreciate that. Actually, perfect timing since we were talking about Viagra. We have Jorge on the line. Hey, Jorge, what's going on, pal?
Not too much. Tim stole my line there.
Which was it?
Richard Gere and his hamsters there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can't confirm that. That was a rumor.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Did you guys talk about Malcolm Butler?
No, I did not bring up that he got a DUI.
Well, potential DUI.
It was Malcolm Butler. I'm sorry.
He's a. defensive back for the Patriots who had one of the biggest interceptions ever in Super Bowl history against Seattle and helped the New England Patriots win the Super Bowl.
Got it.
Oh, yeah. He was also benched, during the other game there. Remember?
Yeah, against the Eagles, and that cost him because he was crying on the sidelines. And to this day, nobody knows why he got benched. And many of the New England Patriots, Danny Amendola, and a lot of guys were very mad at Belichick that day. And to this day, they all say they don't know why he got benched, but they believe that's why they lost the Super Bowl.
Come on, Jorge. You know why he got benched. What is it? Spill the beans.
I do know. Bill walked in on Malcolm doing his daughter there.
That was it, huh?
That was brutal, Jorge. That was.
Fine, even you come up with something better than that.
God. Does Belichick
the bar is already low, Jorge. Come on.
I don't even know if Belichick has kids, does he? He has a son. I don't know if he has a daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a daughter, looks just like Steve. It could have been either one of them. I don't know.
All right. I don't think that's what happened. Something happened that night, but nobody knows. But he did get benched, and it did end up costing hurting the Patriots that much because the Eagles passed that day for 400-something yards.
Oh, yeah. Fly, Eagles, fly. Hey, did you guys talk about that bridge disaster there?
We mentioned it yesterday. Obviously, it sucks. Tragedy, unfortunate, and just very, very sad.
Yeah. I had read that some retired merchant marine captain was saying that when you lose control of one of those ships, you can't do anything.
Oh, I'm sure.
Except,
And that's exactly what happened.
Drop the anchor, but I mean.
And they did, from what I understand.
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
Yeah, they dropped the port anchor, which is like a something that I learned, too, about Marine. And the fact that is like a protocol was something that they do if they lose. But they had nothing. The engines went out. They had no control over the rudders, from what I understand. There was nothing they could do. And that was the only one-ditch effort that they could do was to do that. And then call ahead, which thankfully.
The Mayday call, yep.
Yeah, they were able to keep them from allowing any other traffic onto the bridge, so that saved lives.
Yep.
And I think right now the biggest question is why did the ship lose power? And have you seen anything on that?
I have not.
Franny,
No.
Greek, or Jorge? Because I haven't.
Was that bridge? What was one thing I was wondering where the boat was going? Was it able to get past that, or went in the wrong direction? They lost power. Was that bridge going to be able to go up?
I think it was up.
Oh, was
it?
it?
Yeah. Well, at least that's what all the articles said. It was okay to pass through.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't look like it was up to
that
me.
That wasn't the problem. The problem wasn't the fact of whether the bridge was up. It was the ship lost power
and it hit.
It didn't stay in the channel. It veered off of the path because I think the propellers, even though they're not underpowered, they're still turning, and that's causing the ship to turn, the natural motion of the propellers, from the way I understood it and the way it was explained. I noticed that too, and I read, and that was a question that I kind of had, and the fact that you're curious about it too, I was, where they said that the bridge was up. I don't know if it was supposed to be up or if it could fit under it. I don't know. I'm a little weird on that. I don't know.
It didn't look like it.
No, from the pictures that they showed, it couldn't fit under it.
But the articles are written said it was up.
No, because when I saw that video, when it hit,
didn't look like it to me.
But it should, because they were even talking about those big Carnival Cruise Line ships, all that stuff. They go under that bridge quite often, and so they announced that they have to move their operations from Baltimore elsewhere.
Yeah.
So maybe we just didn't see that part of the bridge.
Maybe
that was up.
Yeah, that one video I saw looked like it was just straight.
Yeah, because that was a part that you shouldn't have been entering. Like you said, it wasn't through the channel where it would have been up.
It was outside of where it should have been. It was like the lane, quote unquote. But did you see anything on that, Jorge?
No, but where was I going with that? You guys, I lost my train of thought there.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank God. No, it was that time, too, in the middle of the night. Just imagine rush hour.
Yeah.
1:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Thank God there's not a lot of cars on the bridge, as many as would be in rush hour.
Yeah. That same ship was involved in an accident in Belgium 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
Damaged another ship, and it was blamed on an incompetent commander and staff.
Very
I
sad.
don't know what the heck they're doing. Yeah.
Well, this is everything that I've read so far, and again, please correct me if I'm wrong, Jorge or Franny or Grieg. From what I understand, they called one guy the pilot and another person the captain. From everything that we've read so far, they did what they could.
Yeah, it was a total blackout.
Yeah, the big question is what caused the power failure. I think.
Yep.
Yeah. It's going to cost somebody some money, that's for sure. There's going to be lawsuits up the yin-yang on that.
And there's no bridge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be a big problem for a long time.
Yeah.
And obviously the people who lost their lives.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yep. Plus, it disrupts traffic around the area, too.
Oh, it's going to destroy it. I mean,
yeah.
It's going to be a long time before they're going to be able to put together another bridge, obviously. But the people who lost their lives is what's obviously the biggest loss.
Yep, without a doubt. Yep. Serious business, buddy.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Did you see Robert Kraft talked about the documentary about the Patriots? He didn't like the way the franchise was portrayed in that documentary.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard about it, but I didn't read anything about it or hear anything about it. But, it's Robert Kraft being Robert Kraft,
Mm-hmm. So you're not a fan of Kraft, correct?
I am when we're winning.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You're a typical fan.
Typical fan, yeah. I was gonna say.
I am when we're winning. You won for 20 years. Now you're bitching.
Oh, yeah. Don't want to wait another 20.
Oh, my God. You may have to wait another 20. There's some people who think the Patriots will never win another Super Bowl in the next 100 years.
Might be. This is an ice age, buddy. Yep. I don't think they're going to do anything either, Greg.
We'll see what happens. It's going to take time to rebuild.
Yeah, well, let's see what they do in the draft here and if, just what they do.
Well, that's how it starts. You got to get a good draft.
Well, everything that I've read so far, I mean, they are going to address the quarterback situation, right? I mean, now what you saw, Franny, and Jorge, because that's what they need. They need a quarterback. They got to start there.
Yeah, like any franchise. I mean, they're at the bottom right now, and they got to build themselves up, but they had 20 fantastic years that I don't think in any time soon any team's going to try to ever be able to compete with the amount of success they had.
Well, Kansas City might, unless Mahomes' arm falls off, hopefully, or something,
Well, hopefully, no. We don't want that to happen. Hopefully, you're so brutal.
No, but it is, it is one of those things that when you sit and you see what a Brady and Belichick and Kraft and, what they did in New England, and you think, boy, can that ever be repeated again? And it looks like we're seeing it being repeated in Kansas City. And who'd have thought that it would be that quick, right?
Yeah, at least, good portion of it.
So
in the beginning.
far. I mean, the makings are there. The beginning of it is there. I think they've even broken plenty of records already that, or they achieved things that well ahead of what New England even did at that point. So we'll see where that goes because I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
No, I mean, 4 Super Bowls in 6 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly is.
Well, Jorge, appreciate the call, brother.
All right, you guys be good.
All right, thank you very much.
No, thanks.
877-937-6688.
Not in my nature.
So I have a couple text messages. It says, "Hey, Franny, Jimmy, and Greek, I just heard you, Franny, talking about caterpillar spikes because we mentioned that in Florida. On your messages, it says, sorry, I was trying outside. Don't worry. It says, but I was mowing the yard on Sunday when a cute little caterpillar landed on my arm. Seconds later, instant fire. Says now my whole arm is swollen, red, and bumpy. This is 4 days later.
Wow.
Yes. Said I do have sensitive skin, but let me tell you, this sting was worse than a wasp.
Wow.
Love you all very much. Thank you so much for that text message. Yeah, so I was telling you, when they say it causes a rash, it's not supposed to be venomous, but still, I don't want to deal with that.
No.
Uh-huh. And then Viagra Day, they said they do have Viagra for women. It's called vodka until the stop sign. Uh-huh.
Nice.
Sarah B.
Tequila.
I love this at 47142. Sarah B goes, new career goal. I hope one day be successful enough for Jorge to hate me. There you go. And then
he hates a lot of people.
I know, but she wants to be that successful and that famous where Jorge will call in and hate her. And it says, alert, Local Pfizer plant robbed of thousands of Viagra pills. Police are searching for hardened criminals.
Here we go.
Film at 11.
Hardened criminals.
And then they said it wasn't a drawbridge. There was no up or down. It was just a fixed expansion bridge, according to the bridge in Baltimore. And then we have from the camera angle, the channel opening is on the right. The ship was supposed to turn left when the power turned back on. They floored it in reverse, but it's a single prop boat with possible engine damage. They said the torque caused it to turn to the right. The twin prop design would counteract that effect because they spin in opposite directions. So that's according to our text line at 47142.
That makes sense from not only that, but everything that I saw a couple of videos on it, like engineers that were trying to explain it.
Figure it out.
Right from where it came out of the port, it kind of goes up and did a U-turn basically and get into the channel, and where it was... where the power went out and it veered outside of the channel and, of course, out of the control at that point and into the bridge itself. But
sucks.
It is a shame. It
tragedy.
really is. And I even heard some of the 911 calls and the rescue personnel and them coordinating on either side of the bridge and what they did. I mean, it just... You want to talk about people that really did all the right things too, and it brought back a lot of my memories of the days in the fire department. So it was quite interesting to see that. But God bless those families that lost lives. Unfortunately, at least 6. Right, we're still looking at that. Right,
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
6.
They're
workers.
not looking. I don't know if they're looking anymore.
Yeah, I know they said 6 workers, but again, I don't know if you know how many cars were on the bridge or not. How can you even, tell that? How many cars were on the bridge, if what cars fell off or not.
So the search mission is off, but the recovery efforts are still going,
It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Always appreciate you guys tuning in. You could always call us at 877-927-6969 or text us at Real Radio 47142 or email Jimmy at realradio921.com. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. We'll come back with a trifecta and a lot more in a few minutes on the Penthouse. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Something is coming back into popularity that has not been popular for a very long time.
Sean Watson.
What? How dare you? My popularity remains at an all-time high.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Join us for our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Awards, live from the Dolby Theater in Hollywood.
Monday, April 1st. Watch on Fox, starting at 8 p.m. And listen on the free iHeartRadio app.
Otezla Adrenalast is a proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Awards, a celebration of artists and the fans who got them there. The fans who make the music truly come alive through their energy and positive vibes. To the fans that make live music possible, we salute you.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Looks like that crash on 95 northbound after Atlantic Avenue blocking the left lane has been moved to the left shoulder. Still some delays back to Linton Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Summit Racing has the parts you need to keep your truck rolling right, from custom grills to tonneau covers and everything in between. Shop summitracing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends April 14th, 2024.
Tax Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. This tax season, you get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data and a Samsung Galaxy A14 included when you buy an extended Silver Unlimited plan. So you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah!
Switch to Straight Talk. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com. Device offer ends 4/14/24. Taxes and fees apply.
Hey, it's a Greek. When I like something, I don't change. I like brunettes for a long time. I'm wearing Armani since I'm 12, and I'm a Yankee fan. And I found my favorite cigar, and it's Vega Fina. Take it from your boy. I love the way it smokes, and I enjoy it. After a tough day, you know my life's tough. It's Vega Fina. If I don't know who to bet in a game, I go with a Vega Fina. It clears my mind. And at the track, I love winning on long shots and smoking a Vega Fina. Vega Finas can be purchased at Casa Monte Cristo and Boca Raton. Puff, puff, baby. Peace.
In Florida, hurricanes are a part of life. That's why over 100,000 Floridians have made StormSmart a part of theirs. Our Category 5 storm catcher screens, shutters, and high-impact windows are designed to help protect your home from hurricane winds, rain, and airborne debris. In fact, StormSmart can protect every opening in your home. If you live in Florida, extreme weather is a part of life. But for year-round storm protection, you can count on StormSmart. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Seminole Casino Coconut Creek is your local gaming destination featuring over 2,000 slot machines, more than 80 live table games, plus 30 tables of live poker. Introducing a new era in gaming with live craps and roulette. Prefer smoke-free? Visit the Smoke-Free Pavilion, full of more slots, live table games, and easy access from the west parking lot. Enjoy NYY steak and our other dining options. Experience live entertainment throughout the week at Sunset Grill, Nectar, and Soundbar. Visit CasinoCoco.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
See this garage door? I gotta be honest with you. It's ugly. I mean, successful, attractive homeowner like you? It's time to move on. This is not the garage door your parents thought you'd spend the rest of your life with. And that ain't true with everything in life, don't get me wrong. I mean, honey, if you're listening, you can't divorce me just because I'm no longer the handsome stud you married. But your garage door? The neighbors all think you can totally do better. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Let us show you how many sexy new alternatives there are. Just waiting for someone like you. You swipe right on a beautiful new design, we install everything in a lovely ceremony, and you and your new garage door live happily ever after. For better, not worse. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come make it right. Maybe I should pick up some flowers on the way home.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Feel plenty good by incorporating Silk into your morning routine. Silk's delicious plant-based beverages help bring a daily dose of goodness. They are rich in calcium and a good source of vitamins A and D to support the health of you and your family. Shop wherever you find groceries.
If you ever need our help, we're just a call away. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Wednesday. It's a warm one with high temperatures in the mid-80s, a little above average for this time of year. We'll see more clouds returning later this evening as a cold front approaches. A couple of late showers are possible. Slightly higher rain chance tomorrow with that front passing through. Still in the 80s on Thursday, back in the 70s though on Friday.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Heroes in the Bible. This series tells the epic stories of tragedy and triumph of the most popular names in the Bible. Pray Radio, a spiritual haven where the most influential faith leaders and pastors across the United States converge to share their wisdom and insights. The Jesus Podcast. This comprehensive series stands as a pinnacle in Christian storytelling, meticulously unfolding the magnitude, impact, and depth of Jesus Christ. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Greek, this is Dave from West Palm. Lived in Baltimore for many years. It is not a drawbridge. The ship actually fits under the bridge. Does not go up, does not go down. Talking about the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. Thanks.
So the original story for Ohtani was that he knew what was going on and he was paying off a gambling debt for his buddy. But guess what? Gambling is illegal in California, so if he wired $4.3 million to a bookie, he just committed wire fraud. You are now caught up in a RICO case. You are now a felon. Of course his lawyers had to change that story. You can't stay with that first one. Peace.
Ohtani really screwed up because he could have done the funniest thing ever. He should have had Bill Clinton read his press statement the other day. Bill would have been like, I did not bet on any sports or have sexual relations with that woman.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I think the popular opinion out there is that Ohtani is not telling the truth, and there are many things behind this. We will find out probably down the road if they really do investigate it. I think it goes away because it hurts baseball and it hurts him. And he is the biggest star right now in baseball in the United States and all over the world. So I think it goes away, and it goes away rather quickly, but we'll see what happens. If they really do investigate it, they will probably find out what really went on. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hey, what's up?
And it is time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, the NFL is in their meetings in Orlando. They changed a couple rules, and the kickoff rule is one of them. That's definitely going to change the game. But one of the other things they did announce that Christmas Day is Wednesday this year, and they are going to be playing 2 games. Not a good night for us locally on the professional level. Panthers lost to the Bruins 4-3, and the Heaters got beat by the Warriors last night. So hopefully next time both of these teams get out there, they get W's. Panthers have not been playing that good the last couple weeks. And the Marlins open up tomorrow 4 p.m. down in Marlins Park. If you want to get down there 4 o'clock. If you can't get down there, put on our sister station, 1230 The Gambler. They are the home of the Marlins. You could hear every pitch first to last on 1230 The Gambler. And that is your trifecta for lunchtime. Peace.
Jimmy at realradio921.com is the email address. I'm keeping an eye on it. And we got our good friend Matt wrote in. He said, 80-year-old man goes to the doctor, tells the doctor he needs some Viagra. I got 2 20-year-olds coming over for the weekend. Doctor looks at him, gives him an exam, finds everything looks pretty good. He's fit and everything. Writes him a prescription for Viagra. Monday morning, doctor gets into his office, finds the old man waiting in the waiting room for him with his right arm in a sling. Doc thinks, oh, great, what happened here? Asks what happened. Old man replies, girl's canceled. But
I got a Viagra joke on the text line, 47142. It says, it's not an 80. A 90-year-old man goes to a pharmacy to fill a Viagra prescription. He asks the pharmacist to split the pills twice each. The pharmacist informed him that the pills won't be very effective. This text. 47142. If you have any Viagra jokes, you can always text them or email them. 47142 is the text line. Jimmy at realradio921.com is the email. So do you consider your vehicle part of your family?
No.
I don't either. I mean, I name my cars. So I guess I give them a little personal touch.
All of them?
The ones that I still have not fell in love with the car that I have because normally I get really excited when I purchase a car and right away. And I'm just like, I'm just kind of indifferent about my vehicle that I've had for the past couple years. So I don't want to talk about her, but yeah, I haven't given her a name because it's just
she's trying to park on.
Nothing has I don't know.
It just hasn't jumped out.
It hasn't jumped out at me.
If I'm not mistaken, this was kind of a rush purchase because you had an accident with the other one, right?
I did. I had an accident, and I test drove a few vehicles, and this one was one there was one that I liked better, and I understand was sexier, this and that, but my husband. Because I got in an accident and he was like, these vehicles, Volvos are very safe.
Oh, wow, that's true. Yeah.
And it did drive very nice. Just to me, it kind of looks like, I don't know. It's just, I don't hate it. I just don't love it.
Right.
So, and plus my car payments are stupid.
There's always that.
That too. Yeah. But so, yeah, I find this interesting that they found out that half of Americans do consider their cars to be part of the family.
How about their family members? No.
51, right? No. Well, that's the thing. Some people love their cars more than they do their family members. But yeah, right? Dogs, cats, they're part of the family. Most of the time you would say that. But inanimate objects, yes, 51% of Americans say they think of their car as part of the family. The poll also found out that 53% of us want to hang on to our current car forever if that was an option.
I think a lot of times.
I find that, excuse me, a pretty high percentage for people wanting to hold on to that car forever.
Yeah, because
normally people want newer and better.
And because the cars break down, it costs money to fix them.
Yeah.
So monetarily, you're like, I don't want to keep this car.
Well, no, but they're saying
a member of the family.
But they're saying But they're saying if it was an option. So if I'm thinking like this car will never break down, it'll always be there for you. And the reason why. They said, but number one reason isn't emotional, it's financial, which I find interesting. But 80% of us are trying to keep our current car going as long as possible because we don't want to have to spend money on a new one. And they say, here are 5 more reasons we don't want to replace it. It's fairly reliable at number 1. It gets pretty good gas mileage. Number 2, there's just no way I could afford a new car right now. Fond memories, like a road trip or family vacations, is on there too. Yes. And number 5, you do have an emotional attachment to your car. But that said, most of us wouldn't go with the same car if we had to buy right now. Like if that was the thing, you wouldn't buy the car that you have.
That was the interesting part of that article that jumped out at me is that they wouldn't buy just a newer version, a more modern version of your particular car.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, that's interesting. So do you consider your car part of the family? I mean, I know I've seen people treat their car like it was a child. I mean, the way that they take care of it and caress it. Just kidding, but no, make sure.
Slow down.
What are you into?
Slow down.
But they do. Like, it's just,
really?
And a lot of it, they're very proud of it, too, especially if they earned it.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How you doing there, Kia Forte?
Exactly. Yeah, I would never think of a car as being part of the family.
No, I wouldn't either, but there are people out there who do. So if you do, we're not going to judge you.
The first thing that I was thinking of, though, with that was I wonder if some of those are like people that have like classic cars, that they really take care of.
And those are the kind of people, or the very high-end sports cars and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yes.
If you got if you got something really super high-end too, Rolls or something along that, Ferrari. But I was really especially classic cars. We used to talk about it all the time. It was a topic of conversation. Dr. Rich, and his Mustang.
Yeah.
And I loved the Mustang, especially those years. The 67, 68, 69 in that time frame, and old muscle cars like that. People get those, and they, I could see where that is more of a part of the family type thing versus a modern day car where you're just using it for transportation. You know.
Yeah. No, I get it, and that's the thing. Like, I understand how maybe. Cars can remind you a lot of the family and of family, but not being part of it. So I remember my childhood, a lot of it was, this is going to sound creepy, was in a van. It was in a Dodge Caravan. But,
Sure. Down by the river? by chance?
Either that or it sounds like, sex trafficked. But, I mean,
Oh, God.
no, but because that's what we took all of our road trips in.
Right.
We were ones that my parents would be like, all right, we would go down to Florida, we'd go to Tennessee, we would go whatever. And I just remember just a lot of good memories.
Yep.
And because that meant that we were going to go do something fun.
Which is nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Same thing. We had a Suburban that pulled the trailer, and then when my dad started working a second job, and they got a new Blazer, and it was the same type of thing. And we spent a lot of time in those vehicles, traveling the United States up and down, down here to Florida and up to Maine and out to Tennessee, with a family vacation. So I can see that. And that was that was on the list, probably low on the list. The memories made in them, but I could see that being a part of it too. Sure.
877-927-6969 is the number to call. Do you consider your car part of your family? Do you buy it a Christmas present? Do you buy it a birthday present? There's Mother's Day and Father's Day. Is there a car day in your house? Let us know if you consider your car part of the family.
Do you consider your local stripper part of your family?
Yes.
Of course. Why wouldn't you? No, joking aside, check this out. Legislation in Washington State is now known as the Strippers' Bill of Rights. It was just signed into law this week. Governor Jay Inslee signed the measure, which creates safer working conditions for people in the adult entertainment industry and makes it possible for the clubs to sell alcohol. Here's the part of the story that really started to jump out at me. The new law requires training for employees and establishments to prevent sexual harassment, identify and report human trafficking, de-escalate conflicts, and provide first aid. It also mandates that security workers be on site, keypad codes for dressing rooms, and panic buttons in places where entertainers may be alone with customers. All sounds like great stuff. Most dancers in the state are independent contractors who are paid by customers and then must pay the club certain fees for every shift, right? So I don't know if that's not how it is down here, is it? Are they independent, or do they work for the club?
I think they work for the club. Some do.
Yeah. I think each club has different rules. That's almost like when you're, you're cutting hair at a place. You give them
Yeah, I
some
think you can
places
too.
It can be independent.
Because
some
I have
places,
been to places where they legit ship in people from other countries to come in, and they're just there for the one night or the whole weekend.
Okay. Yep.
Because you can just tell.
Yeah, sure.
Like, where do all these tall blondes come from that speak Russian?
All right. What a coincidence.
Yeah, and same thing. My girlfriend who does massages at Monroe's, she's not an employee of Monroe's.
Right.
She just shows up, and they allow that to happen. She's her own little,
and she probably pays them a certain percentage of whatever she makes, right? And that's what it sounds like. It is the way it works up there. By the way, only 11 clubs in the whole state of Washington.
Wow.
All right. That was another stat in this article that jumped out at me. The new law limits the fees owners can charge too, capping them at $150 or 30% of the amount that the dancers make in a given shift. I said a shift. I don't know if that's the entire day or it's just one dance shift. I don't know. I would imagine it's probably the
whole day.
The new law also makes it possible for adult entertainment businesses to obtain the liquor licenses, like I said. So apparently in Washington, up until now, they were dry clubs or juice bars, as we know it in other states. And that was another thing that kind of surprised me. I don't necessarily think of it being so the laws being very restrictive that way up there, but apparently they were up until now.
11's amazing.
Yeah, for that big of a state, right?
They must crush it.
There were also concerns that adding the protections without adding the revenue for the alcohol could see some of those clubs close up, all right? Because it's obviously going to cost more money for the clubs, but it's worthwhile. I think some of those safety features are great to see. Obviously starting this is kind of a joke, a stripper's bill of rights, but it makes sense. Protect your employees.
I can't believe 11 though. 11 strip
Yeah,
clubs.
and isn't that pretty wild?
Yeah, there's got to be 11 from here to Fort Lauderdale.
Just in Palm Beach County alone, there's got to be 11 clubs.
Yeah, it's amazing. They must crush
We
it.
have a lot. I mean, compared to a lot of states, we truly do. So talking about protecting people, it looks like The Price is Right does what it can to protect their contestants, including embarrassment. So I saw this. They have all kinds of contingency plans. They get ready. They are celebrating, or in 2022, they celebrated 50 years, their 50th anniversary. Price is Right. Yep, not nuts. So, the contestants are enthusiastic. They get very excited. You never know what could happen. Maybe you'll pee yourself. Who knows? So they want to make sure, just in case that happens, they have a contingency plan. They have a plan in place for situations just like that.
The price is wrong, bitch.
I mean, because they've had people not only urinate on themselves, they've had people with pretty serious injuries from their enthusiasm, especially those, they said a contestant who had to get his wife to spin the wheel for him after he dislocated his shoulder while jumping around. That was just from jumping around. It's not even
really.
Yeah, so they got to make sure things happen. So during a recent interview, former producer Mike Richards, who was with them forever, revealed that they did whatever they could, and I love this. So he said, just in case someone peed their pants, they had a curtain ready for them where they go behind a curtain with a blow dryer right there ready, or a pair of sweatpants just in case they'd give a sweat.
That's nice.
They said, yeah, since we'd have to get them ready to go on the show. So they would get them out, blow dry their pants, or give them some sweatpants.
Oh, that's nice.
Go to commercial break.
I know. While we drag them. Listen, some people got themselves a leaky bladder. And when you get that excited to be a contestant on The Price is Right, you have to be ready for everything. So I thought that was funny that they have a contingency plan for contestants who pee themselves in excitement.
And sometimes you wonder, how long they have to wait. They're waiting in line out front. And if I remember, we've read some different stories over the years about, they specifically screen a lot of those people that wait because, the tickets are free, a lot of the, with a lot of those game shows. But they want to make sure that they have people that are going to get very overly excited. Right?
I will ask my girlfriend, Charlene. She ended up making it as a contestant on The Price is Right. And she is a very happy, excited person just daily. So I get why they picked her. I mean, I love her. All of her posts on Facebook, she posts and she's like, today's the best day of my life. Every day is the best day of her life.
That's nice.
No, she's really cute. But I'm curious to see how she got in, what the process was as far as picking her.
That would be pretty cool to know. And you ever see some of the again, sometimes you get stuck into those TikTok pit holes. You ever see some of the, I've seen recently some of the showcase showdowns from the early 1970s and the car.
My doctor's office plays them on loop, the old ones.
Brand new cars, $2,000.
Yes, yeah.
Amazing.
No, I love it. Every time I sit at my doctor's office waiting, they always have old Prices Rights on, and I love it.
72 Camaro.
I love it.
The price is $2,600. It's so funny. Want to take a phone call?
Sure.
We got a good buddy, Greg Rice, checking in with the show. Hey, Greg, what's going on?
Yeah, hey, Dave, how's it going?
Awesome, Greg.
Yeah, Franny.
What's up, Greg?
Yeah, what do Viagra and Disney World have in common?
I don't know. What do they have in common?
Yeah, they both make you wait an hour just for a 2-minute ride.
That wasn't bad.
Not
That
bad.
wasn't too bad at all.
I got another Viagra joke in the text line if you want to hear this.
Keep them coming.
I actually got the same joke that Greg Rice, but unfortunately, sorry, Jorge, they put Jorge's name in it. They said, for people like Jorge, Viagra is a lot like Disney World, and now we're waiting for a 2-minute ride. I got that one in the text line. Sorry, Jorge, that's not for me. It's not for me. And then at 47142, it says, yet another 90-year-old goes to the pharmacy and asks for Viagra. And the pharmacist is like, have a prescription? And he goes, no, but here's a picture of my wife.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Did you get it? You got it? All right, okay. You didn't giggle or anything. No, we got no reaction from you.
I got it.
Okay.
877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you guys want to get involved in the show. You could also text us at Real Radio 47142. We had on the table today. You could always ask us anything, but on the table, Dating. What do you think an average date does cost you when you go out there? And should a man pay or should you go Dutch?
Do you think you can guess the names of or the colors of this car? So we have a couple people because over half of Americans that were surveyed considered their car part of their family.
Okay.
And somebody texted in and said Queen has a song called "I'm in Love with My Car," and then we have here. I've always named my cars, and typically it's an old lady name. Currently driving Lucy. Okay. And I have a 68 Cutlass convertible named Fern.
Okay.
I bet you can name the colors. Now, Fern, I'm going to go green.
Right.
Lucy's a little tricky for me. What do you think for Lucy?
Red.
Is there like a Lucy song that mentions a color I'm not thinking of?
Blue.
Yeah? All right.
Lucy on the Peanuts wears a blue dress.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, there you go.
So just a dumb correlation. That came to my
it's
mind.
not bad. So
Maybe
are we
yellow?
correct? For what?
Lucy in the sky. I don't know why it was yellow.
Sky's blue, too.
I know.
Is diamond the color? I thought that. But diamond isn't a color, right?
Yeah.
But
Lucy in the sky with diamonds? Right?
yeah.
I'm going to go red for 200.
All right.
Okay.
I like where Jimmy's thinking. I think it's blue.
All right.
So are we correct? Let us know, 47142.
Oh, they
you
didn't
know
give the answer?
No.
Oh, you bitch. Not you, Frank. Who sent that?
Says I bet you can name the colors, and that's all we got. So they'll let us know.
Okay. All right.
And I know you know the text number because you text us.
What other Lucy? I can't. I'm trying to think of other things that is song. Well, she said a song, or the person said a song, right? It wasn't a woman necessarily, but
No.
You had a Cutlass, right?
Yeah,
Cutlass Supreme.
68 named Fern, and that's what we guessed green,
Right,
right?
green
that
for
just makes
that,
sense. And he said my cars are typically named after old lady names. Currently
Right.
driving Lucy. Doesn't say anything about songs. I was just thinking like maybe it went with the song.
right.
Oh, well, hopefully we get a text back because that's going to make me not sleep
because
tonight.
now I can't go on with the show.
I got another color, Fern. Fern and Lucy.
Well, the Cadbury Bunny, you know that the little thing that they do each year where you send in pictures for a pet.
Yes.
We have the pet this year,
Uh-huh.
and the new Cadbury Bunny is a raccoon named Louie. He's the first of his species to earn the title. The Cadbury Company has said. The company announced Louie the raccoon, a 2-year-old pet from Miami, Florida, right here at home, was the winner of the 6th annual Cadbury Bunny tryouts and will have the role in the 2025 Cadbury Bunny tryouts commercial, an Easter tradition for the brand. It says 2025. Is that a typo? Should be this year, right? 2024?
No, well, because Easter's this weekend.
Right. So for it's this.
Yeah,
all the way
they're
through
picking
next
it for
year, okay?
next. Yep.
Louis' owner, Jamie, rescued him in 2021, by the way, when he was deemed unfit to live in the wild. The raccoon won the hearts of voters on Instagram with his friendly face and his special skill creating paintings to be sold to benefit wildlife rescue and rehabilitation
It's very
centers.
hard to beat Louie with all those behind him.
Damn thing paints.
Yeah, I've
Holy
seen
cow.
the things. It's really cute. He's an advocate for wildlife rescues with his paintings.
Louis
impressive.
Louis follows in the footsteps of previous Cadbury bunnies, including Crash the rescue cat, Annie Rose the therapy dog, Betty the frog, Lieutenant Dan the treeing walker, that's weird, coonhound, and Henry the English bulldog. So unfortunately, your pup didn't make it this year.
Well,
Huh?
it's not her
you
fault.
Did you send it?
It's my fault.
Didn't send it in?
No, so
I know you took the picture.
The picture's still there.
Okay.
It's on my Instagram, Franny Fitness what's my, I don't know,
What's my
Franny
name?
Fitness Radio, Franny, whatever. If you want to find me, just good luck.
What's my name?
But
Who am I?
I posted a picture of my girl Phoebe. I ordered the ears and the carrot, and it's such an adorable picture.
Yeah, it's a nice picture.
But all you have to do is @mention Cadbury, hashtag this and that. So I did all the things and tell the story of why she thinks she'd be a perfect fit. So I did all of that, and then I'm like. And it says they're supposed to get in touch with you. I'm like, why are they not getting in touch with me? This is adorable. Like something must be wrong with their eyes. So then I go. So then
Stevie
I go.
Wonder's judging.
So then I go on their on their website, and I missed the entry date by like 3 weeks. So they were the submissions had to have been in by like February 11th.
Okay.
And I misread, and I submitted her in March.
Feels
something.
like it wasn't that long ago that we were talking about to submit the entries, and then that's when you posted the picture.
Yes, so I was too late.
Maybe
they had
we-
already had a cutoff. I know.
Well,
at least I have a picture for next year.
Yeah, you're all set.
You're ready
Exactly.
for this year. Keep it and then resubmit it.
Yep. So I'll just do that.
That
but
was
no.
actually an adorable picture of Phoebe. I mean,
Thank
it was
you. It was
perfect for what they were doing.
Yeah, but Louis is adorable, and I saw Louis' picture. If you see his full picture, he's just like leaning on something. He's really cute.
Isn't it weird how sometimes they just look like they're smiling?